The 1984 Victorian Football League Grand Final played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on Saturday the 28th of September 1984 between Hawthorn and Essendon. The teams: Hawthorn, backs Ayres, O'Halloran, Robertson, half-backs Schwab, Mew, Lester Smith, centres Dipagiomenico, Wallace, Russo, half-forwards Curran, Brereton, Judge, forwards McCarthy, Matthews, Loveridge, rucks Byrne and Tuck, Rover Green, interchange from Buckenara, Eade, Langford, Peyton, Polkinghorne. Essendon, backs Duckworth, Weston, Clark, half-backs Bradbury, Walsh, Hurd, centres Nagel, Baker, Folds, half-forwards Hawker, Vanderhaar, Danaher, forwards Izard, Merritt, Donnell, rucks Simon Madden and Watson, Rover Williams, interchange to be selected from Carey, Thompson, Harvey, Buhaja, Wood and Elshaw.
The ball, the grand final in 1984 underway. Peyton goes up against Merritt. Brereton comes in, free kick in the centre, and it will go to Hawthorn. Was going to Essendon originally, but Brereton got one high, so the free kick is taken off the Bombers. Brereton to half forward. Byrne comes out. Ball off the pack, taken by Lester Smith. Quick hand pass to Matthews, ducks out of a high tackle, and he's put a goal on the board in the first 25 seconds of the grand final. A goal kicked by Lee Matthews.
Come on, Biggs, find the words.
I'll find the words all right. Don't have any worry about that, and I won't get excited about anything at all until Essendon at the front, perhaps. It was good play, but I didn't see what happened in the centre, quite frankly, when the Essendon free kick was awarded and it went to Hawthorn. That's what the commentator said. What happened there, Smoothie?
I didn't see it. Graham was calling at the time. I was looking up at centre half forward. Bit of shuffling going on up there. The Hawks first to score. They're a goal. Centre bounce. No one can get it, and it's going to be a free kick. Essendon's way.
I saw that one.
Way. Peyton
against Merritt.
Merritt.
Went for the man.
And Peyton now in the centre. High kick up towards half forward. Judge is there, getting a bit of a push in the back. No free kick. The ball comes to ground. Robertson, open goal, 20 metres out, runs in, and the second on the board. The second goal on the board in the grand final to Hawthorn, and the clock showing 1 minute and 22 seconds. 2 goals in 82 seconds in the 84 VFL Grand Final. Biggs.
Don't want a repetition of last year. I hope I'm not about to see it, but it's a great start by Hawthorn. That's all I can say. And 2 free kicks out of the centre have been the instigation of this.
Madden going onto the ball. Merritt going to full forward.
Didn't last long.
Lasted 1 minute and 50 seconds. 2 straight goals, Hawthorn. 12 points, Essendon yet to score. Loveridge has picked up Williams.
I can tell you now that Madden's not 100% fit. He's an asthma sufferer, as you know. That's his problem. That's why he was at full forward.
Bounce favours Madden. He gets it down to Baker. Baker kicks to half forward. Out comes Vanderhaar. Bounces off his chest. Chance for Merritt. Runs into Ayres, who gets a hurried clearing kick out towards the wing on the grandstand side. Bradbury in front. No, it's Hawker. Good mark in front of Judge. Hawker had Judge after about 10 minutes in the second semi and did very well. Hawker off his left boot in towards centre half forward. A 15-metre penalty, which is about, how long, Biggs? About 35?
It's 20, Smoke. Bad luck for Essendon because Donnell did mark with comparative ease.
There's a lead from Watson, and he's got away, and he's taken the mark in front of Russo. Russo is the player tagging Watson this afternoon, and he's within scoring range in front of the members' stand. 45 metres out, a 35-degree angle. 3 minutes almost gone to the 84 grand final. Hawthorn 2 straight goals, 12 lead Essendon yet to score. Watson to have the long shot at goal. Beautiful looking kick by Timmy Watson. If it's got the distance, it's okay. Not quite. Peyton spoils on the line, punching it away. Vanderhaar throws the ball into the crowd, and that will cost Essendon 15 metres? No.
No way. He didn't do that, Smoke.
Didn't he?
Watch it closely.
Now McCarthy at full-back now. Hawthorn lead by 12 points to 1. 3.5 minutes into the grand final in the first term. The kicking up towards half-back on the member side. Picked up by Dipagiomenico. Good tackle by Williams. Picked up by Wallace, though. Wallace on the half-back into the centre. Punched away. No, Gary Foles missed it. A chance here for the running. Robertson, he's got the ball now. Drives long. The ball bouncing, and it's a goal. He's popped it through, Robbo. Colin Robertson for his second goal. Far too much toe for Gary Foles. Picked it up just beyond the point of the square, ran towards the half-forward flank, Then he straightened up and it rolled through from about 6 or 7 metres out. What a flying start by Hawthorn. They lead by 18 points to 1. 3 goals to Essendon, 1 behind 1 point. 4 minutes exactly on the clock in the 84 grand final.
You summed it up very well there, Peter, because the pace that Robertson was just too much for Foles. He didn't gather him at all well.
Bounce favours Madden. He grabs it. His kick is beautifully smothered by Big Peyton, who puts his body in. Grabbed by Neagle, running into the trouble. And he gets tackled a bit high. Merv at centre half back.
Whoops.
Oh. He might lose it. He might lose it.
He won't. It was both ways, Peyton and Neagle.
Chesty cuffs.
Yes, the sternum. Thank you, that man in Albany who gave me another message about the bone.
And the man on the mark, Brereton, is right on the centre square line. Neagle at centre half back for the Bombers. Hawthorn 3 straight goals, 18. Essendon 1 behind 1 point. 4 minutes and 45 seconds gone. He goes straight down the ground. Madden the target. Up high was Donnell. Taken by Vanderhaar. Very quickly tackled. Mew tries to kick the ball away. Pack come in. James will bounce. And the ball is just inside the centre square. About 5 metres from the line. Essendon into attack. Going towards the main scoreboard goal in this first term. Hawthorn to the Richmond end.
Peyton in ruck, but Madden, no, they both just about missed it. The ball comes to ground, players over the top, still players over the top, and umpire James will call for a bounce. Hawthorn lead by 18 points to 1. It's between centre and centre half.
Hawthorn is such a state of shock that it can't even tell the score properly.
No, Loveridge. Oh, that's the scoreboard. Yes, it's flashing the wrong score. Don't worry about that. Picked up, kick off the ground by Green, but it goes out to Watson on the far side wing. Watson's kick on the practice pitch area, and it trickles away from the oncoming players. And it's out of bounds. Left half forward flank with the Bombers into attack in front of around about Bay 20 or 21 on that far side. And Merritt put his body in front, knocked away by Russo. And the ball comes out towards the wing. A chance here for Foles. Gets the handball away. A chance here for Hurd. Hurd picks it up on the attacking side of the centre. The lead, yes, nicely to Watson. Nobody home. Over the top. Will it bounce? He mightn't need it. Or Ayres doubling back. It's got too much carry. Good mark by Ayres. One hand out just in front of the line. And the ball didn't trickle out. He didn't have to go for it the second grab. Otherwise, it would have been a behind. But a very good mark under pressure from Gary Ayres and saved a certain goal. Hawthorn lead by 18 points to 1 in the grand final.
It comes to the grandstand side. McCarthy's his target. Dipier Domenico nearly held the mark. The loose ball is free. Kicked off the ground cleverly by Lester Smith. He'll get there first. Wallace perhaps just.
Ooh.
Crash comes Duckworth. Stands his ground, does well. Wallace comes back at him and he gets him. He gets rid of the ball. Baker gets caught. Takes a long while to get rid of it. Hawthorn free kick. Great tackling by Hawthorn. The tackling done by Judge. Big man in the centre of the ground is Peyton, all on his own. That's where the pass is directed. He gets it over the top. It'll go to Swab with the short foot pass. Swab is off and running. He steadies, runs up the centre half forward. Good bit of shepherding by Russo. The long kick to the goal square. It's still in play. Matthews. He gets tackled low. Gets rid of the ball. Loveridge kicks the goal. 4 goals to Hawthorn. Great play by Loveridge. He was there. Matthews shoveled the ball out to him. And tremendous play. Peyton set up the loose man in the centre circle. Judge fed the ball to him, and on to Schwab. Schwab onto full forward, and the goal to Hawthorn, kicked by Loveridge.
Well, the big thing now, as far as Essendon is concerned, can they recover from this shock start? Shock start for them, but not by Hawthorn. It's been superb play by them and making the most of every opportunity. Can the Dons get back?
It was the first 15 minutes in the second semi-final that won the game for the Hawks when Ken Judge exploded, but now it's a lot of individuals up forward for Hawthorn exploding. Centre bounce and Madden, or a feeble tap down. He gets it, tries to get a kick away, can't do so. Picked up by Wallace, his grab. Russo going in, and there's a player being legged.
In danger, in danger.
Okay, and there's a little bit of a melee on behind play.
Yeah,
it's Wallace
silly.
and also Madden. The ball coming up towards the half-forward line for the Bombers. Punched away by Mew. The fight's still on the far side. Watch it, fellas. Picked up by Hurd of Essendon. Gets the handball away. Up to Donnell. Donnell's kicking towards Baker, and Baker marks in front of the smoker stand on the half-forward line. He's going inboard towards Vanderhaar and finds him at centre half forward. And he put his knee up in protective fashion.
This game should be stopped when there's something as ugly as that going on.
The fight is still going on. Vanderhaar's kick up to outnumbered up there. Ezard. Essendon's only chance, he might know it's off his fingers. No, over at somebody's shoulders against Ezard. He was forced into the error because he was outnumbered. And yes, somebody
Snowy
has been
James
reported on that far side. The kick in by Loveridge finds Green. Green out towards Ayres. Punch on, punch away by Merritt. The ball comes down to, who is it out there? Matthews? It couldn't be Matthews, is it? No. on that far side. It's Schwab. I saw number 3 flash in.
Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Essendon.
Hawthorn lead by 24 points to 1.
Up towards half forward. In there is Loveridge for Hawthorn. Kicks the ball back to the wing, and it's an Essendon mark taken by Williams. He's off and running through the practice wicket area at left half forward. A shocking kick in towards centre half forward. Russo falls over the ball for Hawthorn to smother it up, and it will be bounced just wide of centre half forward, about 75 metres from Essendon's goal. And they're 1 behind, 1 point, trailing Hawthorn, who are 4 straight goals, 24, 9 minutes and 15 seconds into the 84 grand finals. McCarthy goes up high for Hawthorn, comes out to Ayres. Ayres hand pass along the ground, picked up for Essendon by Neagle. The long kick in towards full forward. Mew dropping back and takes the mark in defence for Hawthorn, about 5 metres from the behind post. Danaher runs in over the mark, and that will cost him a 15-metre penalty as the Essendon skipper is dragged back by umpire Saws. Mew goes for the short pass out to centre half back. Loveridge takes the mark at centre half back, and Loveridge goes for the long kick out towards the wing. Schwab in front of Neagle cleverly scoops the ball out towards Russo, but it's a kick forward for Essendon by Izzard, and a great mark taken by Loveridge. Shovels the hand pass out to O'Halloran at centre half back. O'Halloran spears it out to Big Payton. Misunderstanding between Payton and Green. Green should have gone for it. Knocked away by Madden across to Donnell. Donnell in towards Big Merritt at half forward. Ayres has got to make a name for himself. Almost did, not quite. Merritt standing his ground, takes the mark. 65 metres out from goal. Slight angle. And a slight misunderstanding to the bouncing ball there between Green and Payton of Hawthorn, and allowed the Bombers to come back in. Merritt has the opportunity.
Very lucky, wasn't it?
The long kick by Merritt to full forward. Good looking kick just offline. Vanderhaar went up high, couldn't hold the mark, and threw for a behind.
Underneath the big scoreboard or city, and comes around the member side. And a good bustle and jostle there between Hurd and Deputy Medico. Bad tackle by Clark. Illegal tackle. And
debatable. I think Hurd may have been the player.
OK, we'll take a 15-metre penalty and another one. That'll be 30 metres as the ball was thrown away. So no discipline being shown by the Bombers players.
Quite.
So Deputy Medico now on the wing, in the crest. He goes to our left up towards the Richmond end. Tuck coming in from the side, and he gets it too. Good mark.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And a 15-metre penalty.
Yes, and this will bring him, I was going to say, about a kick and a fraction out from goal, and the panel behind us saying no discipline, and this is where the Bombers will lose it. And a 15-metre penalty brings Tuck within 30 metres of goal on a slight angle just wide of half forward. Left half forward, Richmond end, and he fires, and he's missed it. And the rain trickles, but the sun is still shining here at the MCG. But the Lord or the sun, whatever, is not shining on the Bombers at the moment. Hawthorn 4-1, Essendon 2 behinds, 2 points, 12 minutes in the grand final first term.
Duckworth comes out towards the northern stand side. Walsh's target. He gets away from Brereton and takes the mark and gets ridden into the ground, and that should be a 15-metre penalty, and it will be. He doesn't wait for it. He gets the hand pass to Clark. Clark kicks the ball in towards centre half forward. Not a very good kick up to the bouncing ball gathered by Madden. Quick hand pass on to Foles. Foles has to kick quickly out towards Donnell, but Lester Smith is there, and he takes the mark, and that's 15 metres. And he throws him to the ground, and that's 15 metres against Frank Donnell.
And the panel saying behind us, pathetic
and another
football,
15 metres. Another 15, so that's 2 already.
You don't have to be a Rhodes Scholar to figure it out, do you?
He'll go for a long kick now. Lester Smith from just inside the wing right to full forward. Big Burn is there. Over the packet comes Matthews with a full head of steam. Down goes the free kick to Essendon. Hurd ridden into the ground, and Hurd, the wingman on Dipper Domenico today in the last line of defence, gets the free kick for the Bombers. Where will he go? In towards centre half back. The big fellow, the loose man. Madden takes the mark on his chest. Quick hand pass across to Weston, running out of full back. Weston's high kick towards centre half forward. Merritt behind. Too many Hawthorn players flying. Donnell standing down, gets the tap away. Goes after it with a full head of steam. McCarthy forcing him out towards the boundary line. He's still forcing towards the boundary line. Hurried left foot kick is good by Donnell onto Bradbury. Bradbury's hand pass was tackled out of bounds. He was looking for Williams. Great play by Ayres, who came in and put Bradbury under pressure. 25 Hawthorn, Essendon 2, 13 minutes and 15 seconds gone in the grand final.
Out of bounds on the far side, and it's near Bay 22. The ball threaded out by Russo and taken by Ayres. Left foot kick not good, it fainted and marked by Clark. Clark gets the handball away towards Neagle. Neagle's long hand pass to Bradbury in the practice pitch area. Will he go square? No. Yes, up towards Baker. Green is there. Baker, Green into his back. No free kick. Izzard had it spent. Goes to Danaher. Left foot snap by Danaher. Straight up in the air. Goes out towards Izzard. Play on the call. He drops it to his feet. He wants support with a hand pass. He gets it nicely from Clark. Scrubby old kick by Clark, but lucky as you like. It's been marked by Baker, just metres out from goal, but on an acute angle. The right forward pocket, the members' pocket, city end, and Leon Baker, who took Collingwood apart in the first quarter last week at VFL Park, really almost paid to Collingwood off his own boot with 3 goals in the first term. He's only a couple of metres out, and he has put it through for the Bombers' first goal. So it's on record that the Bombers scored their first goal in the 1984 Grand Final after 14 minutes and 13 seconds.
With the Glenn James, Madden and Payton doing the centre-bounce ruck work. Down to Clark of Essendon, whose high kick goes across towards the grandstand, the southern stand wing. Ball back into play. Grabbed by Wallace. He brushes Russo, his teammate, aside. Wallace puts Hawthorn into attack. Matthews in front. Sandwich out to Foles. Foles drops the ball. Kick comes back towards Tuck. Now it's Judge. He weaves his way through the pack. Back to Wallace from centre half forward. Wallace's hurried kick towards full forward. Oh! And a mark taken by Weston.
There's a little bit more of the stuff going on too, coming from brown and gold colours. So they're all a little bit towy.
Oh, Matthews went the hard tackle. I will admit that, Biggs.
Yes, a little bit crude though.
He missed, but the intent was there, and he's been penalised 15 metres.
Weston marking at full-back. Plays on. Now it's Duckworth. Out towards centre half-back. Lester Smith up. Watson propped and copped. Good play by the big fellow over there, Byrne. Hand pass by Watson. Hawthorn with the numbers. Russo cleverly out towards Tuck, but a good intercept by Neagle. Behind play.
Yep.
James goes on. Free kick downfield, I would suggest.
Should be to Neagle, I would suggest.
No, it's going downfield to Tuck for the infringement on Russo, Douglas.
That came after on Neagle.
And that was Bradbury who did the infringing on there. And Schwab is by himself on the half-forward line. A proper little pass. And Schwab unmarked. Not one Essendon player within 15 metres. Now, Big Burn leading towards half-forward. But Loveridge says no, kick it long. He does. And it is long. Up towards Brereton. Oh, Judge! Nearly fourth in line. Folds is there with his head down and his bottom up. And there'll be a ball up just 20 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. They're doing all the attacking. 16 and a half minutes in the first term. Hawthorn 4-1-25. Essendon 1-2-8. A ball up just metres out from Hawthorn's goal against Hawthorn. A scrag by Byrne. There might even be a 15-metre penalty. There will. And the free kick will go to, let's see, Duckworth or Gary Folds. It's hard to tell from here. No, it's going to be Big Madden with the advantage of 15. He's well up on the mark. And he takes the free kick or the free hand pass. No one on the mark at all. In fact, he gets a fly. Handball over the top to Weston. Weston at true centre half-back. Up towards the half-forward line looking for Merritt. Merritt, oh, good diving mark. Just beyond the crest between wing and half-forward. Donnell dropping back for the short pass. Not many options open. No options open. Little Williams down there. And a little proppy, shocking disposal by Merritt. A little proppy kick towards half-forward. And Ayres marks easily over Williams and goes sideways to Lester Smith, which could be dangerous as well.
And Lester Smith takes the mark. Watson hanging on. He'll have to let him go. He won't let him go 15 metres once more. Lester Smith, now Watson, the man on the mark, up towards the grandstand wing. Lester Smith towards half-forward. Brereton, his target. Wallace running with the flight of the ball, takes a clever mark. It was meant for Brereton, but Wallace read it well. He's back in form, the centre man. Matthews, the target at centre half-forward, and he takes the mark. He was a bit wide open, but did it pretty well. Underground pass to Robertson. Robertson back towards Matthews. Matthews out towards Russo, but it goes to Green. Green under a lot of pressure gets it back to Matthews. Matthews kicks it across the centre square line to Payton. Payton has got support from O'Halloran. Schwab calling for it. Short right foot kick just a bit high for Schwab. And Hawker takes the mark. Does well. Gets the hand pass on to Clark. Clark goes for a long hand pass. It comes out towards Neagle. Is it out there on the wing? No, Neagle gets the next hand pass. It goes too far for him. Loveridge puts his body in very well. And Loveridge should get a free kick and will get a free kick. My word, the little fellow showed a ton of courage in that exchange. He's just inside the centre square, the man on the mark, going towards the wing. Short pass to Green, back near the circle. Green takes the mark and plays on. Goes for a long kick straight down the ground. Matthews has got a contest. Mark dropped by Duckworth. Recovers very well. Kicks the ball out wide. There's no one there, and he'll put it out of bounds on the full. He does. And Dipier Domenico or Wallace will take the free kick. The ball midway between the wing and half-forward flank, northern stand side. Hawthorn 25, Essendon 8 at the 18-minute and 45-second mark of the first term of the grand final.
The kick by Dipier Domenico towards the pocket, but it's all Essendon. No, Burns comes from about third in line to take the mark. Matthews dropping back, calling for it. Now, Burns could just about sink it. Now, Ken Judge is calling for it. He wants to really get off the pickets and go high, Ken Judge. Let's see whether he gets it or not. Not a bad kick by Byrne. It's coming back. The high fly is needed. Tuck up. And the mark taken by, is it Brereton? I thought one of the Essendon players may have claimed that. And Brereton has marked left forward pocket, Richmond end, no daylight at all. He's right on the boundary line, only about 8 metres out from goal. He should just run around just a metre or so, prop, straighten up, and bang it through for the Hawks' 5th goal. They lead by 25 points to 8. No, he's not going to increase the angle. Now he does. Off and running and pops it through. Goal number 5 to Hawthorn. 5-1-31 in the VFL Grand Final. Essendon 1-8.
Ball back with Glenn James in the centre. Baker back in the centre for Essendon. Clark to half forward. Wallace doing pretty well in the middle for Hawthorn. Payton rucking against Madden at this centre bounce. Nullifying each other. Knocked forward by Baker. Knocked forward again by Donnell. Ayres there. Gets it across towards Green, who's slung after he kicks the ball high downfield. Ezard the infringer. And Dipier Domenico. No, it's McCarthy who takes the free kick. And there's the kick by McCarthy. Brereton, Walsh. Brereton in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Scoops it on cleverly for Big Pate. Throw's been paid.
Oh, luck's a fortune.
Yes, I would have thought that was fair enough, Doug. Would you have suggested he knocked the ball on in flight?
Yes, delightfully.
Williams takes the free, just between half-back and wing, grandstand side. Kicks it over the centre circle. Taken off the pack by Vanderhaar, by Baker.
Oh.
Ayres is there to tidy up. Vanderhaar comes through strongly. He knocks it across to Merritt in similar fashion. Merritt out towards Watson. Really puts him under the hammer. He slips away from Russo. Well played by Watson. Goes for a short pass into the pocket. Mew does well. Gets it away from Danaher. Picked up by Izzard. He shot at goal. Across the face. It curls back and slips in for a behind. Essendon 1-3-9. Trail Hawthorn 5-1-31. 21 and a half minutes gone in the first term of the 84 grand final.
A goal to Essendon there would have been rather handy, wouldn't it? Might have lifted them a little further.
The kick in by Mew. He's in about 4 mines. Schwab gave him a lead on the far side underneath the big scoreboard. He's going around the members' wing. Merritt punches the ball away. Comes down towards Williams. Support there from Madden with a hand pass. Madden's proppy kick finds Vanderhaar one-handed. Oh, nearly a great mark, Vanderhaar, but off the pack and off that. Schwab gets a loose hand pass across the half-back line, but Lester Smith's got metres on Frank Donnell. Lester Smith of Hawthorn up towards the wing to Robertson, and Robertson of the Hawks takes the mark, gets the handball away to Green. Now the machine working. Green up towards half-forward. A chance for Judge, punched away from him. Judge and Hawker. Let's see who's going to get there first. Judge gets there first. Hawker overruns it. Knocked on, kicked on by Duckworth. Goes up towards Russo, and a trip, but no free kick. And Dipier Domenico comes in with his elbow raised. He's limping a bit too. And there'll be a boundary throw in directly below us on the wing on the member side. Hawthorn lead by 31 points to 9.
Duckworth out to centre half back on Brereton. Wallace takes the ball, goes for a hand pass back to Mew. Mew goes for a long kick into the pocket. Byrne will come high for this one. Misjudge it, loose ball. Byrne and Brereton fighting for possession. Tuck is in there. Matthews makes space back in the goal square. Look where the kick from Tuck comes. Good spoil by Foles. Loose ball. Bit of a misunderstanding between Loveridge and Matthews. The ball is kicked back towards the centre and an Essendon mark. It's been taken by Clark. Slips the hand pass to Hurd. Hurd goes for the pass out to Danaher, who marks just on the centre square line. Southern stand wing. He hand passes to Neagle. Neagle onto Baker. Baker near the point of the square in attack. He draws a player in Lester Smith. Goes for a little short pass. O'Halloran backs himself in front of Vanderhaar and takes the mark.
Delivery by Essendon into their forward line has been absolutely pathetic.
The kick by O'Halloran looking for Tuck, who's leading right down from the half-forward line, but Danaher in front of Essendon takes the mark, gets the handball away, taken by Neagle. His foot pass up towards Vanderhaar, punched away, good play by Ayres. The ball comes to the ground, a bad break from Russo, but it goes to Ayres. Knock on or across the half-back line by Payton. As Green is grabbed, but he says dropping the ball, he was held.
Hard
and
tackle.
Baker
Was good, but it's consistent.
Vanderhaar by himself at centre half forward. They're coming late. Good spoil by Mew off the pack. Ezard has a snap for goal, and it's out of bounds on the full. Hawthorn 5-1-31, Essendon 1-3-9, and Harvey about to come on for the Bombers on the interchange. 24 minutes in the grand final, first term.
No one on the mark.
Free kick to Hurd. Held by Dipper.
He knew it. Donnell is the player who'll come off for Essendon for sure. And Hurd doing pretty well on Dipier Domenico between wing and half forward. Grandstand side, right below our commentary position, which is beneath the middle tier of the northern stand. There's the long kick from Hurd. Mew sets himself forward. He'll take the mark unopposed.
Unbelievable, Essendon.
Another 15-metre penalty.
So far, the 1983 replay, Biggs.
Not quite.
There's the kick by Mew up towards half forward. Judge goes up, taken away from him by Hawker, who's doing well. Oh, he's unloaded beautifully by Wallace. Wallace tries to shovel the ball across to Di Domenico, and he's penalised him for holding the ball.
Savage decision. What?
Williams. No, it's not Williams. It's going to be Hurd, who's playing very well indeed for Essendon. Baker calling for it on the grandstand wing. Another 15-metre penalty.
6 kicks, Graham, for Hurd coming up.
Yeah, done very well. Dipper just on the centre square line in attack. Harvey, the new man on, just on the ground, takes the mark for the Bombers in towards centre half forward. Look where he kicks it. Pate, and the big fellow dropping back, a kick behind the play, takes the mark. Russo calls for it. No, they go to the other side, and Robertson and Wallace out there, up high. Wallace, no free kick. Loose ball gathered by Swab. They're still hanging on to him. Swab's free kick at the point of the square. Barrels it across to Robertson. Here's Tuck running with the ball at half forward, southern stand side. Beautiful kick by Robertson. Tuck juggles and marks.
It might be a free against Matthews. It was a lovely shepherd day, Louis. Well done.
Plenty of weight being used. They get 15 metres out of that too.
Very astute stuff by Matthews. He got away with it all.
He ran straight at the man who was about to tackle Tuck and shepherded him beautifully. As you said, Tuck had taken the mark. Now Tuck missed one earlier. The only blot on Hawthorn's record in the first term so far when Tuck kicked it behind. He's 35 metres out. 55-degree angle, kicking from the southern stand side. Yes. They rise behind the goal at the Richmond end, and he's put it through for Hawthorn 6. And they go to 6-1-37. Essendon 1-3-9. The Hawks by 28 points at the 26-minute mark of the first term.
Get the tap away, the flick away by Russo. Handball out of the pack to from Wallace, finds Harvey up on half back. Harvey's kick across the half-back line. Bradbury and Tuck out there. Now, Tuck gets it. He's got Swab in support. It's close to the boundary line. They worry one another out of it. Good play, both of them. And it's out of bounds on that far wing in front of Bay 15. Donnell about to come on, so someone else coming off for Essendon. So changes being made. Hawthorn 6-1, Essendon 1-3 in the grand final. From the throw-in, Bradbury now from half-back up towards the half-forward line, up towards the main scoreboard of City and punched off the pack. A chance here for Hurd. Hurd's kicking towards... he's been put down, has he? No advantage free kick. I didn't see it. I just saw heard the roar of the crowd. Picked up by Danaher, centre half-forward. Fires it towards goal for the Bombers, but he's offline and through from behind. Good defensive play by Mew, but when he punched the ball, he punched it straight into the arms of Danaher, who had a pot shot and should not have missed that one. The kick in by O'Halloran is misdirected, and Danaher will have Bradbury coming off. Danaher within scoring range for the Bombers right on quarter time. Bradbury off and Donnell on. Hawthorn 6-1, Essendon 1-4. 27.5 minutes on the clock in the first term. 2.5 minutes into time on. They really need it. It's coming back. It's back. It's through. A goal to Essendon, kicked by Terry Danaher. Scoreboard at the MCG. Hawthorn 6-1-37. Essendon 2-5-17.
Vanderhaar's gone to centre half back on Brereton, and Walsh across to the half back flank on Tuckers. The ball is tapped away by Payton. Knocked back in towards the circle by Watson. Kicked towards half forward. Was it by Merritt? Loose ball running for Danaher, who's a metre or two in front of Mew. Gathers it, screws it back in towards the pocket. O'Halloran dropping back with Donnell, who's back on the ground, and O'Halloran with the front position. Donnell spoiling, pushes it across the line for a throw-in. It's 45 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Essendon, going to the main scoreboard goal in this first term. 28 3/4 minutes gone. Hawthorn 37, lead Essendon 16. Over the packet comes Wallace. Knocked forward by Madden, but Wallace tries to scoop the ball out. Still going. Great play, Wallace. Wallace kicks the ball back towards the wing. They're hanging on the Judge. Good play by Hawker. Knocks the ball away, but Green in front. Takes the loose ball. Left foot kick towards half forward. Matthews in front of Duckworth. Puts his body and has support from Di Domenico. Great bit of shepherding by Brereton. Di Domenico pushes the ball back, and Vanderhaar is content to let it run across the line for a throw-in. At left half forward for Hawthorn. And Wallace back to vintage best there, getting that ball out of the pack by himself.
Half forward line for Hawthorn. We're about 4.5 minutes into time on, so a chance for the Hawks to score if they can get it away. Kick through the pack by Di Domenico is touched. Play on the call. Russo is there, and an elbow, and Russo is down. So the Hawks have a right on quarter time. If there's a 15-metre penalty, he'd have a chance to score. But I'd venture to say he probably he has a look and says no, I won't take the kick.
No, so he's going to, Peter.
Is he going to take it? I thought he may have reneged on it. How far out? About, 65 metres out from goal. Left forward pocket, kicking towards the Richmond end. And I dare say he'll land about 8 metres short. But a 15-metre penalty would have given him something to fire at and a bit of incentive. It does drop short and fisted away by Baker and the Bomber defence. So, at quarter time in the 1984 VFL Grand Final, it's Essendon 6-1, 37. Sorry, it's Hawthorn 6-1, 37. Leading Essendon 2-4 16. And the Hawthorn lead by 21 points at quarter time. Umpire James, the centre bounce for the start of the second term.
Payton goes in against Madden. Madden gets a big 20-metre fist to it. In fact, the ball bounces across the centre square line, knocked away by Green. It comes out towards Schwab, who's been a fine player for Hawthorn. He spears it back in towards Payton. Foles calls leave it and takes the mark. He handballs it across the Hurt. Good play by Foles. Hurt is running. He's had one bounce. He'll have two as he runs towards half forward. He's drawn a play up at the pass. Yes, it's okay. It's marked by Harvey. He pops the hand pass over the Donnell. Donnell in the forward pocket, 20 metres out, acute angle. Has he threaded it through? He hasn't. He's kicked it behind. And Douglas, if you'd been young Mark Harvey, would you have gone back and had the set shot at goal?
My word, he's a lovely shot at goal, as we saw last week at VFL Park.
The kick in by Ayres. Hurd had 7 kicks in the first term, so he's had 8 in toto. And for Hawthorn, Ayres is now 7 kicks, Loveridge and Wallace 5 apiece. The kick in by Ayres up towards half back at the Richmond end of play being held. That player was Baker of Essendon. He'll take the free kick on the point of the square. And he goes for the hand pass across the half-forward line. And Clark's after it. Sees Dippy Domenico. He doesn't flinch, though. Well done. Picked up by Hurd. A hand pass, an effective one. Finds Nagel. Oh, he's been crashed by Payton. No
right
free
under
kick.
The name of,
The mark's been taken by Essendon's Watson on half-forward. And that should have been relayed down the field, as Douglas was suggesting. And the short pass finds Hawker.
Hawker, I think.
On half-forward line, about 55 metres out from goal. Now, Hawker has marked that short pass 55 metres out from goal, wide of half forward, and the Bombers kicking to our left to the Richmond end. Now, Hawker thinks he can kick it, taking plenty of time, and he's got onto it, and it's got plenty on it, and it's been fisted away off fingers and through from behind. So the Essendon team draw the first minor blood in this second quarter. 2-6, the Bombers. Hawthorn 6-1.
Have a look at that wind. Who's it favouring?
That
What
end. That's
Yes.
kicked, although look at that
Essendon
kick,
end.
it's almost down to the centre of the ground, and it's beautifully marked by McCarthy. And there's another 15-metre penalty as Hurd is hanging on. McCarthy doesn't wait for it. Slips the hand pass out to Russo. Russo off his left boot. Spears the ball in front of Brereton, who couldn't hold the mark. Van der Hart took plenty of time to get rid of it.
Get a
and now
free
he'll get
kick.
a 3 for a push in the back. Play-on's a call. The ball taken away for Essendon. The short pass up towards Harvey, who cleverly gets it on the half volley. Slips the hand pass to the running Watson in towards centre half forward. Essendon have the numbers. And the mark is taken for them by Big Madden. Payton on the mark right on the centre square. He's off and running. Gets the hand pass back to Little Izzard. Cleverly out towards Clark at centre half forward.
Ooh.
He had one fumble. Breaks out of a tackle. Shot at goal is offline. And another behind. That one kicked by Clark. So the Bombers on fire at the first 3 minutes of the second term. But they've added 3 behinds when they desperately need goals. They're 2-7-19 trailing Hawthorn 6-1-37.
The kick in by McCarthy, a huge torpedo out to the far side. Byrne goes up to Wallace. Nifty hand pass across to Dippy Domenico. His kick up towards Matthews on the practice pitch area. Gets out of a tackle, gets the handball away to Judge. Judge the handball sideways to the running Wallace. Back to Judge, they've set it up beautifully. Open goal, 40 metres out, and he's popped it through. Great. Oh, hello, there's a little to do behind play, but it's still a goal to the Hawthorn team. As umpire James, I think, yes, has waved all clear to the goal umpire. The goal stands, of course, a goal to Hawthorn, and they draw the first major blood in this second term. The scoreboard here at the MCG in the 84 Grand Final. Hawthorn 7-1-43, Essendon 2-7-19, Doug Bigelow.
Set it up beautifully, didn't they? That was it, and it was precision stuff by 4 or 5 members of the team, too numerous to mention. Judge capping off the good effort.
Billy in there again. 43-19 at the 4-minute mark of the second term of the grand final. And it's Byrne having a run on the ball for Hawthorn. He's nullified. Harvey takes it out, gets a dribble kick that bounces to half forward, grabbed by Lester Smith, who gets a hurried kick back towards the wing. Loveridge couldn't hold the mark. Chance for Tuck. He'll slip the hand pass out to Wallace. Wallace will give it on to Brereton. Brereton will run away from Van der Haar. Open goal ahead of him. Not a good kick. It's curling back too far, and it hits the top of the behind post, so there'll be a free kick to Essendon. It will be taken by Weston. 43-19. Hawthorn lead by 24 points, 4.5 minutes into the second term. There's the kick by Weston, a long one out the half-back. Byrne is up high, and he's got the mark. He came over the top. Great mark by Byrne, having a run on the ball at the start of this second term.
Do you see the size of the 2 fellows in front of him?
Walsh.
Madden and Walsh.
Yes. Byrne's kicking towards full forward, pulling a bit short. Judge is there. He got a bit of a shove. The loose ball is trickling across the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. 5 metres from the behind post. Left forward pocket for Hawthorn. They're kicking to the main scoreboard goal in this second term, and they lead by 24 points at the 5-minute mark.
Left forward pocket and the goal here for the Hawks should just about see them really take a grip on this game. The kick by Wallace, picked up by Judge, over his shoulder, now it's offline, and it's through from behind. The kick by Wallace from about 20 metres out was into a man further down the field. The ball rebounded back to Judge. A hurried snap, a behind. Scoreboard, Hawthorn 7-2, Essendon 2-7. The reverse.
Would you suggest all those loose Hawthorn players down there might be a sign of Essendon rattles?
Overlapping they are.
Good play by Madden as he knocks the kick in by Van der Haar. Grabbed by Di Domenico in trouble. Which way does he go? He goes back to Mew with a good hand pass. Mew kicks in towards half forward. Matthews comes out. Judge contests. Matthews takes the ball off the pack. He has a very hurried kick at goal and is well off target and puts it out of bounds on the full. In the right forward pocket. Hawthorn going to the main scoreboard goal. Foles will take the free kick for the Bombers. Hawthorn 44, Essendon 19. The Hawks by 25 points, 6 minutes gone. Foles coming to the members' side, of course. His target there is Brereton, comes up over the top of Van der Haar and takes a great mark.
And Van der Haar doesn't look
no,
too
that left
well
shoulder
at all.
looks poppy in towards Loveridge, and he's got it. Great kick that by Brereton and a good lead. Matthew says, have a look at the big sticks, Richard Loveridge. Points at the goals. Loveridge goes back. He got away from Williams. And Van der Haar looks as if he's not in a particularly good state at this stage, Douglas.
No,
Did he go into the match unfit? Do you know that?
A possibility.
Loveridge comes in to have a shot at goal for Hawthorn. He's hooked it across towards the behind post. Not a good kick. In fact, it's gone right across the face and out of bounds on the full. Tricky win kicking towards that scoreboard goal. It's Hawker with the free kick for Essendon, playing it out to half-back on the southern stand side. Heard the attempt at knock-on. Recovers, gets the loose ball himself. Kicks off the left boot up towards the wing. Hawthorn have the numbers, but Essendon with Danaher took plenty of time to get rid of it. Comes out towards Lester Smith. Showing a lot of pace was Clark. Ayres puts his body in. Beautiful long hand pass out to Russo, who's off and running. He draws a player. On the Green. Green fumbles at the crucial moment. The ball comes back towards Danaher, loses possession. He's still got it in possession. The ball is over there. Tuckett is trying to reach it out. Kicked off the ground. It'll give Green the opportunity. In comes Big Madden. Shepherding for him. In comes Byrne. Walsh has it pressed. Oh, he's tackled and good. Takes far too long to get rid of it. He's going to bounce at Russo.
Arms pinned.
Practice wicket area. Almost to half forward for Hawthorn. About 80 metres out from their goal. 44 to 29, 19. 25 points they lead by.
And Van der Haar has winted. We've got the report from Nick Kay on the boundary, and from that bounce it's been fisted away, but there's going to be a free kick and going to Simon Madden on half-back flank. He goes into the centre looking for Harvey, but swabbing away, but Harvey comes from behind and takes the mark. Plays on quickly, left foot kick up towards Merritt, throws himself at the ball. A chance here, let's see what's going to happen. McCarthy does it well. Halloran gets the hard handball away, finds Mew Mew gets a good bounce, and he dances out of trouble beautifully on half-back. Up towards Lester Smith on the wing on the member side. They're going forward again. He has the bounce, Lester Smith. He's not drawing anybody. That's his third. He might even kick it. 4 bounces. Lines up. Oh, it's a shocker. Out of bounds on the full. But he had no one to kick it to. There wasn't much movement square at centre-half forward. And he might have just had one bounce too much. And it was just, yes, Phil Manassa reminiscent, but Phil put it through. Scoreboard, Hawthorn 7-2, Essendon 2-7, 8.5 minutes in the grand final second term.
Van der Haar back to full forward for Essendon. Ball is kicked to half-back grandstand side, grabbed by Burton, hand pass back to Green. Green kicks it in towards centre-half forward. Duckworth is there, Tuck steals it. Tuck steals it in towards full forward. Judge from behind, fisted away by Hawker, out as far as Loveridge. Loveridge shits it across towards Matthews. Matthews lines up. Oh. Goodness gracious me, that's out of bounds on the full 4 times in the last 3 minutes for Hawthorn. At the 9-minute mark of the second term, it's 7-2-44 to 2-7-19. Hawthorn lead by 25 points.
This is most fortunate for Essendon.
And from the free kick, the kick in goes up towards Walsh, but he can't
Swap.
mark. Oh, hello, high tackle on Green. And he's going to get the free kick. Now it's Schwab, in fact. He'll get the high tackle. He may have almost going to, could be 15 metres against Walsh. Undisciplined, stupid play by Walsh.
He took the mark, Schwab, and the whistle was very late for the mark, and he played on, and then he got the high tackle, Peter.
Right half forward flank in front of the smokestack. A spiral torpedo. It's a beauty. It's coming right back. Will it beat the back? Oh, off Payton's hands. He got fingers to it. A good kick. Torpedo that just kept on going. And through from behind. Scoreboard at the MCG. Hawthorn 7-3. Essendon 2-7.
9 minutes and 45 seconds gone in the second term. As Foles kicks into half-back on the grandstand side. Neagle over the top of Schwab. Couldn't hold the mark. Good play by Russo. Knocks the ball back and it trickles across the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. at the right half forward for Hawthorn. It's about 60 metres from the behind post. Hawthorn kicking to this main scoreboard goal, leading by 26 points as Byrne tries to grab it. Now Foles clears for Essendon, back towards the centre. Mew playing a staunch game at the half-back for Hawthorn, takes the well-judged mark.
Is he ever?
Wallace is calling for it short below us. A bit late was Mew, and now there'll be a 15-metre penalty. Brereton was the target. In comes little Loveridge, and on his fingertips, perhaps spoilt by Brereton. Loveridge cleverly gets the ball out to Brereton. Brereton shovels it out to Byrne. Byrne from centre half forward for Hawthorn. Kicks the bouncing ball towards full forward. Picked up by Judge. He'll swing it back in towards play to Green. Green's kick beautifully smothered off the boot. Comes back towards Loveridge. Which way does he go? Runs towards the boundary line. Screws it back over his shoulder. Tapped away by the Essendon defence. Matthews, Dippity, Domenico in there. The ball is across the line. It should be thrown in by the boundary umpire. It will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. About 5 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Hawthorn, who lead by 26 points at the 11-minute mark of the second term. Faking for a free kick was a Hawthorn player. Matthews kicks the ball to goal. Bounces through for a goal. Matthews at last kicks the goal. He's second. Grabbed the loose ball. Put it onto his boot quickly, and it bounced almost the length of the goal square and trickled through for the Hawks' 8th goal. They are 8-3-51, leading Essendon 2-7-19, 11 minutes and 20 seconds gone in the second term as Merritt comes back onto the ball and Madden goes to full forward for the Bombers.
The poor old Hawks needed a little bit of luck and running there after those 4 shocking misses.
Certainly did, Douglas. They certainly did.
Centre bounce, umpire Glenn James. Hawthorn 8-3 in the grand final. Essendon 2-7. Peter Booth, Graham Dawson and Doug Bigelow with the commentary from the MCG. Centre bounce comes down to the ground. No one can break clear with it. Baker puts his head in, and coming out of the pack is an Essendon player. Who's that? It's Merritt. He was on all fours there like a rover. He'll go back and do the rucking work now. Almost in the centre for virtually a take 2 of that centre bounce. Knocked away by Byrne. Comes out towards Baker. Grabbed and will take the free kick, and he's gone down. Anyway, hello, he's hurt himself. He's getting up okay. He went on his back and players reacted around him, but I think he's okay. A little bit of, there's niggling. There's niggling out there.
He got a bit of the business. Come on, Peter, he got plenty.
Okay, Baker now, but it's like Flinders Street Station down at half forward as Madden comes out, can't mark, people everywhere. Comes down the ground, Van der Haar can't do much. The ball taken away by Hurd. Hurd up towards Williams, comes to ground, picked up by Byrne. Byrne's kick finds the diving Wallace on half-back line. The mark not paid. He's got to get a handball away. It goes to Domenico. A high hand pass as Baker comes in and punches the ball away. Comes down towards Clark. Clark's on the wing on the far side. Goes inboard. A chance here for Madden. Up he goes. Oh, nearly. He was behind. The mark may be paid to Byrne. Gets the long hand pass. Oh, Williams got a high tackle. No free kick. Essard there. And out coming from the Packers, Harvey. Harvey's kicking towards half forward. The ball was touched off the boot. Play on the call. It bounces free. Picked up by Schwab. Schwab now from half back. A long kick up towards Brereton, and Walsh wearing him like a glove. Who's going to win? Walsh outmarks him on the half back line.
Plays on, drives it back towards the wing, and Dipper goes up and takes a screamer over the top of, I think it was Hurd. Hurd has had the points over Domenico. He's told to play on as he comes back inside. A poor kick towards centre half forward. Dropped by Merritt near the point of the square. Tuck had the ball pinned to him. Merritt takes it away. Merritt from the point of the square in defence up towards half forward. Pushed away from Danaher by Mew. Beautiful play by Byrne. The handball to Mew. Back towards the centre half forward position. Chance for the loose ball for Wallace, who throws himself in. Gets tackled. And Wallace will get the free kick for Hawthorn. Just inside the centre square. And that was Vintage Wallace. Loose man at half forward is Robertson. He receives the pass. Fires it in towards full forward. The long kick. Payton dropping back with Weston. And it goes through for a behind. For Hawthorn, who move on to 8 goals, 3-51. Make that 8 goals 4. Leading Essendon 2-7-19 at the 14-minute mark of the second term of the 1984 grand final. Duckworth kicks the ball to himself. Gains about 5 metres. Long kick towards the wing on the grandstand side. Russo up at a great mark taken by Watson. Watson has marked for the Bombers. Russo's kept him fairly quiet. He's midway between half-back and the wing. And there'll be a 15-metre penalty. I don't know what for.
I don't think it was for Russo on Watson. I think it may have been Loveridge there that was the culprit.
Thanks, Bradbury coming back on. Hawthorn lead by 52 points to 19. Now it's Watson near the crest on the member side. Up towards half forward he goes to the Richmond end, and a good juggler taken by Paul Van der Haar. Essard calling for it. He'll go deep and give Madden a chance to fly. He's going to kick it high. It's a prodigious kick by Van der Haar. Great kick. It might even beat the back. No. Punched away by Robertson, I think it was. Off his fingers, through from behind, but a huge kick. Kicked by Paul Van der Haar. Essendon 2-8, 20. They trail by 32 points. Hawthorn 8-4-52. 15 minutes in the second term.
Kicked in by Mew to half-back, and
Holding the ball.
Merritt, and he's tackled him well. Merritt has the free kick. He gave him a little bit of latitude and let him get away. And here's a lead. He goes for the short pass in towards Danaher. It goes over his head. It's marked by O'Halloran, picked up by Harvey. Harvey's bouncing, kicking towards the goal square. That's a high tackle, not paid. It's trickled through from behind by McCarthy, who was desperate in the last line of defence. 2 goals, 9-21 Essendon trailing Hawthorn. 8-4-52 at the 15.5-minute mark. It's McCarthy kicking in. O'Halloran the target, uses his body. He's got a bit of support over there from Dipper, and there'll be a free kick to O'Halloran for infringement at half-back, and no advantage rule paid to Hawthorn. And Di Domenico was breaking away. O'Halloran at half-back, Southern stand side to clear for the Hawks.
Hawks lead by 31 points. Out wide to the far side he goes. Up they go. The ball comes to ground. Let's see. Tapped on nicely. A chance for Russo. He pounces on the ball. The lead from Matthews. And, beautiful pass. Superb lead from Matthews on the practice pitch area. He's about 2 kicks out from goal. He's going to go square in towards Schwab, making space at half forward. Does it well. Still too far out to score. Unless, of course, he got onto one of those spiral torpedo punts. He's about 55 metres out, almost directly in front. Yes, he's going for the spiral. No, it doesn't get onto it. Dropping short. Who's in front? Tuck. No, punched away. Comes to ground. Picked up by Neagle. Hand pass finds Duckworth. Duckworth a long hand pass in defence finds Baker. He comes in, brought in towards half-back. Who to into the centre? Harvey making good space. Gets the handball away to Clark. Running out of numbers now. Yezard. Yes, they've run out. Tackled by Lester Smith. And Yezard dropped the ball. Lester Smith tidies up. Hand pass by Ayres. But it's high tackle. It's desperate stuff. It's moving at 1,000,000 kilometres an hour. And the free kick going to Russell Green between centre and centre half-back.
Right over there, he got that one. Peter is Green, just midway between centre. A long kick, long bomb over half-forward. Tuck stands his ground and takes that very strong mark for the Hawks. Well, he used every ounce of his experience of 250-odd games there, and he's lost it. Silly play by Judge. Well, right in front of umpire James, Merritt has been niggling. Judge retaliated, and Merritt takes the ball that was Tuck's. He kicks it across towards Robertson. He'll go up and take the mark over the top of Williams with consummate ease.
Williams haven't sighted him.
He's off and running. Left foot passes, speared out towards Judge, who slips at the crucial moment. Through comes Weston. Weston gets the hand pass. What did you say? Out to Williams. His hand pass is good. Back to Weston. Weston from the wing to half forward. Good spoil by McCarthy.
Ooh.
And he beautifully rides one. Strong play, McCarthy. Dispossessed Danaher. Terrible kick back towards the wing. And it's marked by Watson of Essendon, who was just about the hand pass. He was tackled. Well, he made the move, I would have thought, Douglas.
He did. Hawker was about to go past him. He thought different.
Now he gives the hand pass out to Foles. Foles on the southern stand wing, kicks high. Danaher the target. Mew to spoil. Can't do so. Good effort by Danaher. Gets bundled over. Mew still gets away, gets legged. Mew will get the free, and he's worried Danaher pretty well for most of the day. Get back on the mark.
Van der Haar off for Graham, and Thompson's coming on. So Van der Haar off the ground for the Bombers.
There's the kick by Mew, back in towards the centre. Wallace misjudged it, and he front charged Baker, and the Essendon centre man will get the free kick. He's just on the centre square line, going towards the crest on the southern stand side. Puts it out wide. Danaher leading in the race for the ball. Will he get there before the boundary line? He does. He screws it back in towards the forward pocket. Madden is going hard at it. Can he control it? Yes. No, he can't. The boundary umpire said it's out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in. It's about 45 metres from the behind post. Great boundary umpiring. The Essendon side making wholesale positional changes.
Duckworth going to the forward line, Graham, and Nobby Clark going back on Lee Matthews.
Well, they're down by 31 points, 19 minutes into the second term, and they perhaps need to try something.
Hawthorn lead by 52 points to 21. It's in Essendon's right half-forward pocket. Up at the Richmond end, off the pack, it goes to Mew. Can't get a kick in, the ball goes at his feet. Punched away by Russo. No, it wasn't Russo. It goes out wide to Robertson from Wallace. Robertson over the top of a Bomber player. And it's close to the boundary line, but no free kick is being given. And they emerge nicely through Green. That's Hawthorn. Emerged from half-back. His kick up towards the wing. Picked up by Brereton. His kick from the wing up to Matthews. Matthews being marked by Clark now. Gets out of a tackle. Gets the handball away. A chance for Loveridge, but he can't get a good bounce. No, he does. Lines up in the forward pocket. 45 metres out. Tuck the chance. Will he let it go through? No, it's offline. And through from behind. Scoreboard. Essendon 2-9-21, Hawthorn 8-5-53.
To the back pocket, southern stand side. It's marked by Neagle. Neagle will have Foles running past to receive the hand pass. Oh, he fumbled at the crucial moment as Swab comes in, but Foles is able to tidy up. Kicks back towards the wing. Chance for Harvey to gather the loose ball at right on that southern stand wing. Good tackle by Lester Smith. Ball kicked in, and Russo takes the front position, but Watson steals it from him. Well played. His kick is smothered as it goes back in towards centre half forward. Grabbed by the Essendon skipper Terry Danaher. His long hand passes out for Ezard. Robertson is right there. Good play, Ezard. Over the top to Williams. He draws the player. Gets round McCarthy. Draws another player. Open goal. Duckworth down there in the goal square. Bang. Puts it through for Essendon's third and their first of this term. Hawthorn 8-5-53, Essendon 3-9-27.
Perfect conditions, sun shining, the best day in Melbourne for about 5 weeks. Hawthorn going forward, Brereton in the tap to Domenico, gets a short kick towards Loveridge and a good mark. Boy, has he played a game and a half. He marks the centre half forward. Now they're dropping back. Wallace was one player who dropped back. He's going for the long bomb. Now Loveridge, yes, he could just about put it through. He's just beyond the square line. It's going to drop just a bit short. Jostling going on, off fingers, and it trickles out of bounds, off hands. Right forward pocket, city end, underneath the scoreboard on the members' side pocket. The Hawks deep into attack. A definite scoring chance here. Payton and Merritt in ruck. Matthews there with Judge ready to swoop on any loose ball. Payton in front, tries to get control of it. He gets a bit of a push. The ball comes out of his hands and falls at his feet. And there'll be a ball up this time, only 13 or 14 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. Hawthorn 8-5, Essendon 3-9. Almost 22 minutes of play in this second term. The ball up, it comes down off fingers. It'll be luck whichever way it goes. There'll be a ball up. Umpire saw us close handy. And the ball falling to the ground, players over the top. So another ball up, only about 15 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. Now let's see. Merritt and Payton again. Merritt wins this time, up to Foles, who tries to fist the ball away. It comes down towards Wallace, gets the hand pass, not all that effective, but he was under pressure. At Payton in there, gets the ball out towards Tuck, gets a side bump from Timmy Watson, and he and the ball go out of bounds. Hawthorn 53, Essendon 27.
Boundary throw in about 30 metres from the behind post. Beautiful tap down by Merritt. Chance for Neagle. He's pulled off the ball. Essendon player in possession. He knocks it away towards Walsh. Walsh gets a clearing kick back towards the wing. Byrne there. Should mark with support. Oh, they might. Mew comes in. Hotly pressed. Good play by Essendon. Duckworth gets the hand pass away towards Danaher. Good play by Byrne. Comes back towards Duckworth. Tries to hand pass. Hawthorn have a lot of players. Byrne taps the ball forward. Strong play by O'Halloran. He tries to get the ball out. Now it'll be bounced. And that was desperate work by both sides, who fought tenaciously to try and retain possession and get a clean break, as Thompson is on the ground now for the Bombers. Ball has bounced about 15 metres to Hawthorn's side of the grandstand wing as Byrne goes up and smashes it about 20 metres forward. Chance there for Robertson running with the Foles. Loose ball. Lester Smith puts his body in, pops the hand pass over. It was meant for Robertson, who knocks the ball forward for Tuck. Tuck tries to knock it on towards Wallace. A little bit leery. Merritt, a good hand pass out to Neagle at half-back, grandstand side. Neagle's left foot pass to Thompson. He takes it on the half volley. Goes with a left foot kick, a poor one. Bounce, not good for Harvey. Swab has just been moved on to him. He gets a shove. And Harvey will get a free kick for a push in the back.
A very good Essendon player has been marked, Harvey.
Look at Danaher, all on his own. Where are you? Chris Mew, he gave him 30 metres start, and Danaher takes the mark. Ezard is running past to receive the hand pass. He has to wait for it, but he breaks out of a tackle. Left foot kick the full forward. He's kicked offline and goes through for a behind.
Well, it would be safe to say that Essendon haven't lacked opportunities to have been a lot closer in this match.
Oh, look at that. Well, that was very intelligent play by Madden. He was about to kick the ball in. McCarthy, loosed Hawthorn players everywhere. Now he gains advantage. He looks for Lester Smith, who's now playing up on the wing. He comes up over the top of Harvey. In comes Mew, and the ball is across the line for a throw-in. Midway between the players' race on the northern stand side and the wing. Hawthorn 8-5-53, Essendon 3-10-28. The Hawks by 25 points, 24 and a half minutes into the second term.
The boundary throw-in, and Madden there with Byrne, but... ball comes to ground. Thompson is there, and I think Ezard as well, and umpire James will call for a bounce. Hawthorn leading by 53 points to 28, so it's 13 scoring shots apiece, 8-5 to 3-10, as Biggs suggested before. Plenty of scoring opportunities for both teams, particularly the trailing team Essendon. From the ball up, it's Madden getting it down, but eventually he fists the ball nicely towards Ezard. His kick, as lucky as you like, goes to Watson on the half-forward line. Now the lead from Duckworth into centre half, but nobody home. He might try and beat the pack. Spiral torpedo by Watson. Danaher going back. Let's see, what a touch it was. And through from behind by Timmy Watson. The idea was okay, but the pack woke up to what he was doing and they got down there on the last line very quickly. Scoreboard, Essendon, more scoring shots now, 3-11-29. Hawthorn, 8-5-53.
Playing an attack for the Bombers. Harvey being watched now by Schwab. Lester Smith is on the wing on Neagle. And he's going to the southern stand side. Essendon have the numbers. The front man was Loveridge, and he'll get a free kick for one over the shoulder. Very, very poor tackle, because Essendon had the numbers and perhaps could have made something with that. Loveridge goes round the southern stand wing. He's got Big Burn out there, and he doesn't let him down. Takes the strong mark. Gee, he's a fine player.
10 kicks to Loveridge.
A lot of skills, Big Burn. He'll drive the Hawks into attack. Brereton the target. Welsh to spoil. Oh, Brereton nearly took a mark. He's got it. Beautiful mark by Brereton. Practice wicket area at left half forward. Hawthorn going to the main scoreboard in this second term. The wobbly kick is falling a bit short. In comes Robertson. Who's staying down? No one. That's why the ball trickles through for a behind off the hands of the pack. Hawthorn 8-6-54. Essendon 3-11-29. The Hawks lead by 25 points as Baker makes perfect position to half-back on the grandstand side and takes a clever mark. And if he wasn't paid the mark, he would have been paid the free kick. He gets up. He's got Hawker. Hawker will be off and running, and Ayres gets him, and he was off. Oh.
Bad umpiring, Mr. James again. We could see that, and we're not good judges.
He took at least 2 steps, Douglas. The kick by Hawker to centre half forward. Off the packet comes. Kick by Izzard right into Green. Green falls over. Izzard tries to get the hand pass out. Umpire James comes in and calls for a bounce at the point of the square in defence for Hawthorn. Now there'll be a Hawthorn free against Izzard. And it's going to Di Domenico for something that happened there. I thought he was legged, but it was a bit late coming. Now Di Domenico has the free kick for Hawthorn at half-back. It's not a very good kick. It's falling a bit short. Misunderstanding, and Merritt was pulled off the ball. No, he didn't have it, says the umpire. Brereton tackle. Lester Smith drives Hawthorn into attack, and there'll be a 15-metre penalty. Well, that was a little bit ticky touchwood too, Douglas.
Yes, I thought so, but still, I think it was there.
Woods half forward, looking for Madden. The ball comes to ground at the feet of Watson, but he couldn't get it. Picked up by Schwab. A nice handball out wide to Russo. And Judge making position now. The pass beyond him up towards the practice pitch area. Weston is there. He traps it. Gets the hurried hand pass away to Hawker. Hawker's clearing kick up towards Izzard. Loveridge late on the scene. He's having a field day today. And he's marked at the end. Got a quick hand pass to Russo. And they said, gotcha. And the ball reefed out of his arms, and it's out of bounds in front of Bay 17 on the far side wing. Scoreboard at the end. Watson taking the ball out of the air, but he loses possession. Picked up by Wallace. His hurried kick up towards the pair of nines. Hurd and Di Domenico. Hurd gets it, but swung off the ball by Di Domenico. Picked up by Hawker from half-back. Hawker's kick up towards half-forward, and Danaher takes the mark, but about 2 kicks out from goal. His target will be Madden. He'll have to go for Madden. No, short to Baker, who took his eye off the ball. O'Halloran marked at centre half-back, and it's half-time in the 1984 VFL Grand Final. The scoreboard, Hawthorn 8 goals, 6, 54. Lead Essendon 3-11-29. And Hawthorn, who led by 21 points at quarter time, now lead by 25 points. In that term, the Bombers added 1 goal, 7. And Hawthorn added 2 goals, 5. 2-5 as opposed to 1-7 in that fairly tight second term. So the scoreboard at half-time in the grand final sees Hawthorn 8 goals, 6, 54 to Essendon 3-11-29. We're looking at the half-time score from last year's grand final, where Hawthorn led 12-10 to Essendon 4-1. It's a different story this year, but the Hawks still with a nice handy 5-kick break at half-time. They lead by 25 points, 8-6, 54 to Essendon 3-11-29. Not many multiple goal kickers. First of all, for Hawthorn, their twos, Robertson and Matthews, and singles to Judge, Tuck, Loveridge and Brereton. And the 3 single goal scorers for the Bombers have been Leon Baker, Danaher and Duckworth when moved from the back line to full forward. Half-time, Hawthorn 8-6-54, Essendon 3-11-29. Douglas Bigelow, then the ABC football panel.
Yes, well, there's plenty to talk about, and most of the talking points come from the Hawthorn viewpoint, because they've been absolutely superb, and I think we've always recognised the fact that they've been a wonderful football team, and that teamwork has been really personified, I suppose, would be about the best way to indicate it to each and everybody who's listening to this broadcast, because they've been absolutely superb. The Dons strive desperately in that quarter, particularly at the start of it, but once again, hurried kicking. And hurried kicking has only made possible by reason of the fact that your opposition is putting a lot of pressure upon you, and Hawthorn have been able to do that very well. They had some very good players in their back line, but once again it's been their backup, their support for each other. There's always somebody going past to take the hand pass from a Hawthorn teammate, and some of their handball has been absolutely superb. We heard the word undisciplined being thrown around this commentary position in the first quarter quite a deal, and it was thrown around rather loosely, I thought, once again in the second quarter, because Walsh was a glaring example for Essendon, giving away a 15-metre penalty by indiscriminately and foolishly throwing the ball away after a free kick had been awarded against him. Possibly it was, to his in his mind, an injustice, but of course you can't do things like that. Fortunately for him, I don't think Hawthorn at that particular stage were able to cash in on that bad mistake by Walsh. But Hurd, I thought, was once again a very good player for Essendon. Watson flashed it on the odd occasion, but the teamwork, and Matthews still looking dangerous down there. Byrne, an excellent player in that quarter for Hawthorn, particularly on the ball. I thought he did a lot of good work. The Dons had opportunities, but we won't take anything away from Hawthorn, because with the opportunities that came their way, and it was once again pressure put on them by Essendon's defenders that made some hurried shots at goal go sadly astray, particularly from the boot of Matthews. 2 or 3 of his went out of bounds on the full. So had some of those got in, well, it might have been sewn up Hawks at half-time for them. But they certainly, at half-time in the 1984 grand final, looked just, well, quite a deal superior to Essendon, particularly with their teamwork and backup game. They're playing as a team. Essendon have got a lot of good players out of business. Danaher hasn't done nearly enough. Mew has been too good for him. And Vanderhaar hasn't done nearly enough. So that's just about the story. They've got no firepower whatsoever on their forward line, Essendon, and at half-time would be in a lot of bother. But I think there'll be plenty of fire left of them. Not surrendering at all yet, Peter. I think it'll still be much closer, perhaps, at the end than what it is at half-time.
That is not a white flag. In fact, it's your white handkerchief, is it, Biggs?
Never surrender,
Okay.
But there were times there it was most frustrating for me to see some of the ill-directed kicks of Essendon players just falling so easily into the arms of Hawthorn players. Not good at all. And precision has been really the name of their game. Their kicking usually is excellent, Essendon, but so far today there have been so many occasions when they've blown chances by this bad kicking of theirs.
Hawthorn led by 21 points at quarter time, by 25 points at half-time. Hawthorn 8-6-54, lead Essendon 3-11-29, and that's 14 scoring shots apiece. The Bombers 3-11-29, Hawthorn 8-6-54. Okay, the ABC football panel, and first of all, Clearlay with details on the umpiring.
Yes, in that quarter there were 6 free kicks to Hawthorn and 10 to Essendon. The overall result at the moment is 17-15 in favour of Essendon, and in that quarter there are only 2 15-metre penalties to both sides. I think that the umpiring is not up to top standard, never is in a grand final. James has made some...
Up towards Baker. Ayres there. Punches the ball away from Baker. Knock on by Mew. It'll go anywhere. Who to? Oh, it's like volleyball. Onto Russo. He taps the ball up towards the centre. Another tap across the half. A feeble tap by Lester Smith goes to Duckworth. A chance for Williams. Handball back to Duckworth. He'll go short to Harvey. Oh, he slipped at the crucial time. They had it spent. Harvey could have marked about 20 metres out from goal, but Ayres gets the handball away. Eventually goes out to Loveridge. Little rest behind play, and Loveridge finds Payton in the centre. Gets a long hand pass on to Brereton. Over the top. He could have gone short to Judge. He's going up towards Matthews, and it may be that the Hawks may score the first goal in the third term. And I tell you what, Biggs, the Bombers had their chance to score it. There's no risk about that with Mark Harvey.
Well, there was nothing that beat them more than long stops and a bit of sloppy mud.
Matthews, left forward pocket, Richmond end. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, no, it's through from behind. It was offline. Yeah, it wasn't a really good kick. Matthews, 2 goals, 1. So the Bombers breathed a sigh of relief, but they almost had the first up. Hawthorn 8-7, Essendon 3-11, a minute and 14 seconds, third quarter.
Kicked in by Foles to half back on the northern stand side. It's grabbed by Thompson. He sells the dummy nicely to Big Peyton as Di Domenico comes in. That's a beautiful kick by Thompson. Baker running with the flight of the ball, couldn't get there. Mew comes in, attempted knock on by Baker. Mew just takes his time cleverly. Oh, he kicks it back to a real cluster of Essendon players, and it's marked by Hurd on the grandstand wing. Spears the pass in towards Harvey, and he's marked at centre half forward. Harvey. Merritt leads. McCarthy goes with him. Harvey will go long. There's an open goal there. They're dropping back. Mew, Merritt. Mew up. Couldn't hold the mark. It comes out of the pack. It spins out wide. Chance for Green. He gets there first. Handballs onto Schwab. Schwab's got some ball. Beautifully ducks it. Gives it back to Green. Cool play by Schwab again. The left foot kick by Green. Back towards the wing, and the Peyton takes a screamer.
Good strong mark, Peyton.
Out to Wallace with a 20-metre hand pass. In comes Walsh. Tackles strongly. The kick to centre half forward. In comes Robertson. No, it's Hawker picking up the crumbs. He's tackled. Drops the ball. No free kick that time.
In the back. Essendon 3. Lucky. Clark.
At centre half back, a hand pass to Foles. Foles will slip the hand pass out to Neagle. So was coming. Neagle goes long to centre half forward. Harvey the target. Mark well taken by Terry Danaher. And the Essendon skipper is well within scoring distance. He's 55 metres out from goal, directly in front. Danaher, beautiful long kick. It's offline, well offline. Merritt from the inside. He was, says the boundary umpire. Well, you can't tell by the replay, and they say, OK, a fair mark right on the boundary line. McCarthy, the man on the mark, 5 metres from the behind post. He's telling the Hawthorn player to watch Merritt running around. Merritt on the boundary line. Little daylight between the posts. 3-minute mark of the third term, and the Hawks lead by 26 points in the 84 grand final. Merritt, a picture of concentration. Took one step in, faked to went and fires, and he's put it through for a behind. A good effort by Roger Merritt, just offline. He's second behind. Essendon 3:12:30. Hawthorn 8:7:55. 3.5 minutes gone in the third term, and the Hawks lead by 25 points.
Kick in by Ayres, looking for Di Domenico, but Hurd is there. The ball bounces between them, punched away by Di Domenico, out towards the boundary, and it's out of bounds. Hawthorn 8:7:55. Essendon 3:12:30. It's 15 shots apiece, but the Hawks lead by 25 points, almost 4 minutes in the third term. Who's going to score the first goal? If it's the Bombers, well, they're back in business. From the throw-in, it's Schwab getting a high kick up in the air. Play on the call. Goes down towards Wallace. Picked up by Harvey. Spins out of the pack and gets his boot to the ball up towards the half-forward line. Baker clean bowled. A chance for Danaher. Open goal. No, it won't make it, but a chance for Duckworth to mark. Will he get there? No. Or he crashes heavily into the goal post. Boy, has it got a wriggle up after that crash. Through from behind and kicked by Terry Danaher. So both teams up there firing, but no major one on the board in this term. Hawthorn 55, Essendon 31.
Wallace the target. He was outnumbered 2-1. The ball over the pack. Lester Smith gets there first. Beautifully breaks out of a tackle. Has a bounce, a little untidy. Comes back to it. Cluely gets around and then spears the long kick up towards the half-forward line. Matthews leading Clark in the race for the ball. Gets there first, knocks it on. The ball still in play as Brereton comes in. And there's a push in the back.
Essendon 3.
Weston.
Weston.
Is it, or is it Walsh?
Weston, I would suggest.
Walsh getting up close to the boundary line. From the back pocket, back towards the wing on the southern stand side. Good knock away by Lester Smith. Chance for Russo. Is it Loveridge? Down hard. Kicked off the ground by Lester Smith. This will give Russo the opportunity. He gets tackled without the ball. Loses possession. Matt gets met very solidly, and the ball is out of bounds.
Tense stuff and very important at this stage. This early start of the third quarter for Essendon to get a couple of quick ones to get back into it. Can they?
5.5 minutes of play in the third term. It's between wing and half forward on the far outer side, with Hawthorn kicking to our left here in the northern stand to the Richmond end. No one can get it. An grab. Kick off the ground by the Bombers forward. It goes up towards O'Halloran. He's pushing the ground. Gets one in the back. No free kick. Feeding off the Packers. Williams. Ayres at centre half back takes a superb mark over Leon Baker of Essendon.
Had the drop
on Hawthorn. He did. Into the centre. It's a bad one, and here's that outmarks Wallace. The lead from Merritt. Wide of half forward. He dives and gets there, and he's just about within scoring range. Roger Merritt. He thought about going short. Now he's about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Just wide of half forward in front of the smoker stand, kicking to the main scoreboard or city end here at the MCG. Now both teams have had ample opportunity to get that vital first goal in the third term. And now the Bombers have a definite chance. They trail by 24 points, the Bombers. This will make it 3 goals. Shocking kick. Into the left pocket it goes. Off hands, no mark paid. Swab, a hurried kick. Coming in is Williams, grabbed by Ayres, about 15, 16 metres out from goal. And there'll be a ball up by umpire Rowan Sewers.
Lovely clean tackling by Hawthorn, particularly Ayres on that occasion, wasn't it? Precision
Almost
stuff.
7 minutes of play in the third term. Neither team yet to score that vital third term goal. It's only 20 metres out from Loveridge has a bad miss. Hand pass out of the pack by Izzard. Good smother. Good smother by Wallace it was. Picked up by Izzard. Screws the ball back, but all numbers Hawthorn's down there. Almost 3-1.
He went to play on and was caught. He went for the hand pass at Byrne.
Well, McCarthy's taken the mark, and Big said he went to play on. I couldn't make a comment on that.
He went for the hand pass, no worries at all.
McCarthy at fullback now, out wide, looking for Dippy Domenico and Wallace roving the pack, but it goes to the wrong side of Wallace. The crumbs, that is, picked up by Hawker, in square towards half forward, but it's all Hawthorn again, and the mark is taken by Swab, about 25, 30 metres. No, it's going to be a free kick. And it's going to Ayres, almost between centre half-back and full-back.
Robertson the target in the centre of the ground. He's pushed out, and the mark taken well for Essendon by Foles. Foles right in the centre of the ground. The lead is from Baker, and he takes the mark at the second attempt, juggling it on his fingertips. The man on the mark, Mew, should be right on the point of the right on the centre square line. Baker will drive the Bombers deep into attack. Right to full forward. Beautiful kick. Duckworth up. Couldn't hold the mark. Ticked away by Loveridge. Oh, just across the face of goal, and it trickles out of bounds about 15 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Essendon. 8 minutes gone, third term in the grand final. Hawthorn 55 lead, Essendon 31, a 24-point lead to the Hawks. That's 4 goals. Pushed away. Chance for Green as he scoops the ball out towards Wallace, but didn't quite get there. Tackled by Thompson, but his hand pass is intercepted by Russo. Russo is off and running. Goes for a long kick from the point of the square line. Matthews in front of Clark. Couldn't hold the mark. Who's there? Foles. He tries to knock the ball away, but the skips judge the opportunity. Oh, he tries to finesse and kick the ball off the ground. He's still going. He's outnumbered about 3-1, but he gets a nice bounce. Hand passes to himself, but can't quite do it, and it's out of bounds.
Kick. It'll be a free kick to Hawthorn.
Yes, trip.
Right beneath Bay 14. It's a long, long way out from goal. Russo makes space. No, he's being tagged by Watson. Judge goes for the pass. Matthews the leader. Dippy Domenico over the packet comes. Matthews grabs it. Left foot snap at an open goal.
Yes!
Oh, and he's put it through. And that was brilliant football by the skipper. He spun out of the pack, got his left boot to it, and as the big fellow Weston went back, he couldn't touch it. Matthews kicks his third. The first goal of the third term at the 9-minute mark, and quite a handy one for Hawthorn.
The best goal I have seen this year for Matthews. Biggs?
Yes, absolutely superb. There's no doubt about him. Well, I've been full of rap for him for years, and today, no exception. He's just absolutely amazing, that little guy.
Hawthorn lead by 30 points. 9.5 minutes in the third term in the 84 grand final from the centre bounce. And it's Williams getting the Bombers going forward. Duckworth clean bowl. The ball went straight past him. Picked up by Ayres, I think, from half-back. Across towards the wing on the member side. Hawke in front of Dippy Domenico. And Hawker wins out with superior speed. Through the crest, up towards half-forward he goes, looking for Danaher. Good punch away in defence from behind by Chris Mew. And the ball out of bounds in front of the smoker stand. Right half-forward flank with Essendon kicking to the main scoreboard end here at the MCG. It's McCarthy and, yes, Bradbury back on, and Thompson's come off. From the throw-in, it goes up to Danaher. He fires it in towards Harvey. Courageous mark.
Did you see him slip back? The kid did it beautifully. Snuck back there. Swab went back, or Russo went back after him, but he anticipated that very well, Harvey, who has been, I think, their best player.
Plenty of guts. He's at centre half forward, about 40 metres out, dead in front. And he fires.
And
it's a
missed.
shocker. He's put it out of bounds on the full. As Dippy Domenico has, I think, got a corky or something, and he's gone off the ground, and Rodney Eade has come on for Hawthorn.
And the ball is relayed back towards the wing on the southern stand side. Hawthorn have the numbers. Robertson draws the player, slips the hand pass to Russo. Russo spears the pass in towards Matthews. The ball, loose ball taken by Foles. Out to Williams with the hand pass. Which way does he go? Long. Out towards Neagle. Neagle will give it back towards Williams. Good running by the little guy. Short pass in towards Watson, and he takes the mark just a millimetre or two off the turf. Right beneath Bay 16, a couple of millimetres in from the boundary line. His kick is back towards his skipper, Terry Danaher, who takes the mark on the crest. Plays on. He fired towards Bradbury at half forward. Green there to spoil. Bradbury props and cops. Hawthorn have support there with Schwab. He takes the ball cleverly. Pops the pass back towards E, just on the ground. E takes the mark. What's he going to do? This way, that way. Gives himself a little bit of room and finds Wallace. Clever play. Wallace with a long kick down towards Matthews and Clark. He leads to the pocket. Matthews. The ball bounces. It's knocked over by Clark. In comes Foles. Robertson's there to worry him. And the ball is forced across the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. 25 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Hawthorn. They're going to the Richmond in this third term, and they lead by 30 points at the 11.5-minute mark.
Hawks deep into attack. A chance for Byrne, but knocked down by Walsh. But it goes to Clark. He knocks the ball sideways, and Robertson is there, and the boundary line close again. And it's out of bounds. Right forward pocket, about 25 or 30 metres around from Hawthorn's goal. They lead by 30 points in the grand final. 9-7-61. Essendon 3-13-31. The boundary throw in again. Byrne gets it down. Taken by Neagle. A clearing kick up towards the centre. Williams comes in and takes the mark on his chest between centre and centre half back, with Wallace giving away a 15-metre penalty. No, yes, he doesn't want it. He's not going to get it because Duckworth leads and takes the mark, but he dropped it. Russo is there. Duckworth still on all fours, gets a push in the back. No free kick. The ball knocked out towards Watson. Watson there gets away from Lester Smith just. Runs across the half-back line. Gets a long hand pass into half-back to Weston. Weston short pass finds Baker at half-forward. A long way out, about 2.5 kicks out from goal. The kick by Baker up towards Merritt. Arches his body nicely. Gets a push in the back. How well he may have been held. He's about 45 to 50 metres out. He's just on the edge of the practice pitch area. Roger Merritt. I thought he arched his back, but it may have given a false sense of opinion to the umpire. A long way away from us. A picture of concentration, a vital one, with Hawthorn leading by 5 goals in the grand final. It's not a good one. It's hit the post. Well, he kept it too low. Off the boot, I called it not a good one. Directionally, it was okay for a while, but he kicked it far too low and hit the post behind.
And for Hawthorn, he has the advantage of 15 metres, so he goes long. Lester Smith, the target, knocks the ball away. Chance for Eade, the Hawthorn interchange player. That short step to run. The left foot kick towards half forward. Hawker again doing well on Judge. Gathers just inside the boundary line. Hand passes to Donnell. Not a very good one. He's under pressure. He breaks out of a tackle. Well played, Donnell. His high kick is over the wing towards half forward. Fisted away by Mew once more. Loveridge goes up and backs his judgment. Takes the ball away. And he kicks it straight back to three Essendon players. Brereton down and hurt. Limping off. Curran will come on as Neagle receives a hand pass. Kicks long in towards half forward. Oh, and Ayres takes the magnificent mark. Controlling the air, as David Mackay says. He spears it out wide, looking for Wallace, running with the flight of the ball. He's just in front of Williams, but he fumbles at the crucial moment. Williams to tidy up. Wallace takes it off him. He gets ridden into the ground. Taken away for Essendon by Bradbury. His long kick is out to the practice wicket area. The ball bounces. Duckworth has it in front of him, picks it up, gets away from Lester Smith. Oh, here's Baker on his own, the goal square. And he takes the mark for 4.
Biggs, would you turn your mic on, please? Leave it on.
A 15-metre penalty if you dink him, James, and he is fair dinkum.
And Brereton off and Curran on. And Deputy Domenico just talking to Curran before he went onto the ground with a lot of encouragement. Now, where's Baker? He's only about 2 metres out from goal. Main scoreboard end. And he should pop it through. It'll make it 61-38. He's popped it through okay. Scoreboard here at the MCG. Hawthorn 9-7-61. Essendon 4-14-38.
Chance for Hawthorn as it's tapped away by Eade out towards Judge. His hand pass is nicely intercepted by Neagle. He spins it back towards Hawker. Hawker's hurried kick comes out towards the members' wing. Watson's leading in the race for the ball, but he has about 4 to beat. Beautiful play by Green. He taps it down to Eade. Eade runs, has 1 bounce, has 2 bounces. Draws a player in towards Wallace with the hand pass. Wallace back to Green. Green from the forward pocket. Oh, by jingo, it was like lightning. He put boot the ball. He had a little bit more time to steady, and it bounces and goes out of bounds 5 metres from the behind post. Right forward, left forward pocket for the Hawks.
Van der Haar about to come on for Madden, who's coming off the ground for the Bombers. Left forward pocket, the Hawks deep into attack, knocked down by Byrne, but taken away by Izzard. Izzard up towards half-back, the punch away by Mew. Comes down towards Robertson, gets a long hand pass to Eade. Eade stretching forward, he's on the half-forward line. A sore, shocking kicker towards half-forward, straight to Izzard, and Izzard marks at half-back. He goes out wide looking for Danaher. No, the kick drops a bit short. It comes down towards Duckworth, running the wrong way. Up towards centre half-back. No one calling support. Outnumbered eventually. Picked up by Merritt. Can't get a handball away. Duckworth still playing it well. Gets the handball. Kick off the ground by Payton. Picked up by by Robertson, a rainmaker. Now Lee Matthews underneath it with Judge. He likes these. Judge punched away. Goes out towards Weston on the half-back line for Essendon. The ball comes to Gary Foles. Donnell calling for it. There's no one out there. Can Donnell get there first? He does. Off and running Donnell. Around the far side wing. Who's drawing now? Let's see. Harvey's coming in to lend a bit of support. Shepherding. A legal shepherd. Donnell in towards Vanderhaar just on. Up goes McCarthy. And Essendon sent something with a couple of Hawthorn players injured on the boundary line at the moment. Namely Brereton and Deputy Medico, and there'll be a ball up almost on the point of the square underneath the big scoreboard city end here at the MCG, and the Bombers into attack. A goal here will make it really interesting. Vanderhaar slipped himself. Through the pack they go. The ball on the ground only 5 metres out from goal, and umpire Saws watching closely, and there'll be another ball up. Boy, a goal here would open this grand final right up. Hawthorn lead by 61 points to 38. And the Bombers sensing the fact that a couple of star players are off the ground for Hawthorn injured. From the tap it goes to Schwab. And his kick, Hurd missed it badly. It's on the half-forward line for Essendon. Watson is there hovering over the ball, and umpire Saws will call for a bounce once again as Russell Green looks back at Peter Schwab and claps and says a good clearing kick because there was plenty of pressure there. A ball up in front of the smoker stand, and Danaher goes up, comes down towards Eade, gets the tap away, eventually picked up by Wallace. Wallace up towards the crest on the member side, picked up by Hawker. Through the crest he goes, centres it in towards Vanderhaar. Oh, he's juggled it, third grab, and he's got it. And Danaher calling for it. That's going to be his target. Or Billy Duckworth. Duckworth flies and takes the mark. And the Bombers still a chance in this grand final yet. He's marked only 25 metres out on the angle. Wide of half forward. I think Brereton's coming back on the ground for Hawthorn. This will make it 61 to 44. He's popped it through, and the Bombers still a chance in the 84 grand final. That's Duckworth's second goal after coming from defence. The scoreboard at the 19-minute mark in the third term. Payton off. Brereton, he may have just pinched a nerve, is back on again. Scoreboard, Hawthorn 9-7-61, Essendon 5-14-44.
James, 23 points it was. It's now 17 at the 19.5-minute mark of the third term. Hawthorn 9-7-61, Essendon 5-14-44. Byrne back on the ball for Hawthorn, tries to grab it himself. Kicked off the ground, attempt by Hurd. Kicked off the ground by Mew. Gathered on the bounce by Judge. Spins the hand pass out to Lester Smith, who runs towards the point of the square. His long kick is going to the goal square. Matthews is shepherding, couldn't hold the mark, and it's still in play as it's picked up by Curran. He tries to get it back, and good play by Clark. Pushes it through for a Hawthorn behind. Hawthorn 9-8-62. Essendon 5-14-44. The Hawks by 18 points. Foles goes for a short kick into the back pocket. It's marked there by Hawker, who's playing a great game. He spears it out to half back. 15-metre penalty as Bradbury, I think it is, over there takes the mark and is pulled down by Robertson after he took the mark. Bradbury gets the advantage of the 15 metres and another one. So that's a 30-metre penalty. Now he's off and running, going round the southern stand wing, up towards Danaher at half forward. Beautiful fist away by New, out to Green. Green's kick is cleverly intercepted by Bradbury. It went about 5 metres. Bradbury in towards half forward. Duckworth takes the mark. Duckworth doing very well, giving the Bombers a big lift. Vanderhaar the target. He's got the big chance. It's pushed away though by the Hawthorn defence. Schwab knocks the ball out. Chance, Wallace puts his body in beautifully. Ball still running free at centre half forward for the Bombers, about 45 metres out from their goal, and James will bounce.
Tell you what, Graham, since Vanderhaar came back on, injury or no injury, whatever, he is really slipping himself.
Hawthorn lead by 18 points, 21 minutes gone in the third term. The next goal could be so vital in this game. Smashed away by McCarthy, smashed away again by Eade, out towards the edge of the square. Byrne and Merritt there. Merritt gets a shove. Play on's the corner. It's grabbed by Neagle. He throws it away. Back towards Big Merritt. He scoops it out towards Donnell. Donnell has a hurried, high kick. It's floating in towards the forward pocket. Plenty of Hawthorn defenders. It's pushed out towards Eade. Eade knocks the ball forward. Gets into a bit of trouble, but follows up well. They're all over him, and he's content to let the ball run across the line. Desperate play by Eade, pushing the ball forward. Hawthorn 9-8-62, Essendon 5-14-44. The Hawks by 18 points, 21 3/4 minutes gone in the third term.
From the boundary thrown in front of the smoker stand, the Bombers into attack. They're playing a little bit better at the moment. Knocked down to Green. Green's clearing kick out on the full, and the free kick going to the Bombers. And the tide is turning just fractionally here at the MCG in the last 8 or 10 minutes. It's going to be Darren Williams of Essendon with the free kick. Almost on the wing, between wing and half forward, directly below us. He squares it towards half forward now. Van der Haar got a bit of a push, although he may have faked it. Comes down in front of the pack. The Herd grabbed. A chance here for Baker. Baker can't, no, Cesar can't get rid of it. Picked up by Neagle. Oh, he comes in, and an elbow, and he's down, but I don't think he's out.
No,
but I thought there was a bit of evil intent there. Now, come on, Biggs, give us your opinion. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, boundary throw in, the ball out of bounds anyway. No free kick given, punched away. Herd leading in the race for the ball, and it's out of bounds.
He was met rather heavily.
Hip and shoulder.
And not as legitimately as I would have thought.
75 metres away from Essendon's goal. 23 minutes almost of play in this third term. It's been a ripper. And Mew punches the ball away. Picked up by Donnell. Puts his head down. Bottom up. Burrows through, but his kick is smothered. Players over the top. Herd there gets the handball out. Neagle's up and running. Harvey there. Harvey caught. Caught. The ball comes short. Rebounds out to Wallace. Handball on to Judge. Judge runs through the centre up towards the Richmond end. And Duckworth chasing his head of bounce. A long kick by Judge behind the pack. And it's a Hawthorn mark. Brereton or Karen. Right in front. Only 11 or 12 metres out from goal. And that was the one the Hawks needed, because things were looking just a little ominous for Hawthorn. Those couple of injuries, rearrangement here and there on the wing half-forward line, upset them just for about 7 or 8 minutes. Now, Brereton, who came off, I think, with a pinched nerve in the knee, back on, a goal-scoring chance, dead in front, and has popped it through. That's his second goal, 23 and 3/4 minutes in the third term, the grand final. Essendon, 5-14-44. They trailed by 24 points, and all that good work by Essendon really has not paid dividends when you look at the scoreboard.
James bounces. Madden on the bench was Merritt's rucking. Watson, a high kick towards half forward. And Baker takes the mark very cleverly as Duckworth came in with support. Baker right at centre half forward. Kicks from on the centre square line. Van der Haar the target. Tapped away. Essendon with plenty of players down there, and umpire Saws will bounce. It's 30 metres out from Essendon's goal. Van der Haar gets up, limping a little bit. He's okay. He's really given the Bombers a lift since coming back on the ground this third term. Thompson takes his dressing gown off below us as it's tapped away. Chance here for Essendon. Took plenty of time. He's taken, and there's a Hawthorn free. And how many have they had in this quarter, Jack? And that's O'Halloran, who tackled Duckworth, who took far too long to get rid of it. O'Halloran's clearing kick from the back pocket. Looks for Big Burn over on the wing, and he doesn't let him down, and he gets a smack-o after he takes the mark.
A push-o, not a smack-o.
Why was there 15 metres?
He pushed him after he'd taken the mark.
Okay, so Burn with the advantage of the penalty. It's a shocking kick. It's right on the chest of Neagle, who marks just on the defensive side of the wing. Plays on. Neagle kicks to half forward. Burn is there again. Up goes Swap. Shouldn't have flown. Williams well tackled, but he gets a handball out to Harvey. Harvey on the practice wicket area at left half forward. In towards full forward. Danaher the target. Tapped away. Robertson gathers the loose ball. His kick is beautifully smothered. Umpire Saws will bounce at 30 metres out from Essendon's goal. It's directly in front of their goal at the 26-minute mark of the third term. Hawthorn 10-8-68. Lead Essendon 5-14-44. The Hawks by 24 points.
Is that off and Thompson on? It's about 20 metres out from Essendon's goal. They need a scoring chance here. It's coming up maybe. Baker fires and... oh, it's a behind. But boy, he should not have missed that one. Biggs 20 metres out. No one harassing him at all. Another behind. 20 scoring shots to 18 in Essendon's favour. But look at the scoreboard. They're down by 23. Hawthorn 10-8-68. Essendon 5-15-45. O'Halloran out wide he goes. Fisted away by Byrne, who couldn't mark, but the running Mew accepts that fist away. Handball onto the running Wallace. Wallace up towards half forward. Curran is there. The ball comes to ground. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson's a handball right at the feet of Hawker. Put him under pressure. Grabbed by Judge. Driven to the ground. The ball spins out. Eventually comes up towards Williams. Williams in turn gets the handball to Thompson. On towards Herd. Good smother by Mew. The ball rebounds towards Eade. Gets the hand pass away to Russo. Russo didn't even see it. A blind hand pass came off to Green. Green's kicked the half forward. Now the bounce is crucial here. A chance here for Matthews. Across the half-back line is Clark. After him is Curran. Good tackle, Curran. The ball falls at their feet, picked up by Matthews. He can go towards Judge if he wants to. And Brereton, Judge and Brereton, or they might have spoiled one another. Holding the ball, no push against Judge. And Merritt is going to get the free kick almost at full-back, and the panel into the running Neagle. Neagle runs from half-back up towards the centre. The kick towards Baker, and Baker marks on the attacking side of the centre circle, kicking down towards the city end. And the kick by Baker looking for Van der Haar. Halloran will have to spoil. He does. Did he infringe? No. The ball across the half-back line. O'Halloran picks it up, gets the handball away to Russo. Russo slips on the practice pitch area and kicks into the man on his mark, and he comes back and tries to redeem himself. He does the best possible job, and he's scooped the ball away. And the free kick from the tackling Van der Haar. Van der Haar now deep on the half-forward line. Baker leads, and he's in front of Eade and takes the mark on the practice pitch area at three-quarter time. He's about 65 metres out from goal on the far side. Kicking to the main scoreboard end. The torpedo punter's going to drop about 11 metres short as Bradbury fists the ball in front of the pack. And that is it's no score at all, of course. Boy, what a great third quarter that was. And Hawthorn, who led by 21 points at quarter time, who led by 25 points at half time. And the Bombers threw everything at them that quarter. And Hawthorn turned at the three-quarter way mark, leading by 23 points. At three-quarter time in what is now a fairly low-scoring grand final, Hawthorn 10 goals 9, 69 to Essendon 5, 15, 45.
Start the final term of the grand final. Hawthorn going into this final term with a 23-point lead. They're kicking to the main scoreboard goal. Madden back on the ground, gets the tap down. Williams, the long kick out of the centre to full forward. Van der Haar and O'Halloran, who takes the front position. Baker off the pack, left foot snap, and he's put a goal on the board at the 22nd mark of the third of the final term. It's his third goal, and the difference is 17 points. Hawthorn 10-8, 68. Essendon 6-15, 51.
How important is Van der Haar? Like the way he did that use of the body, almost took the mark, but got it down to the swooping Baker, who did the rest. I think that was the left foot snap by Baker. So the Dons, if you're in there with a chance, you've got early heart.
Okay, centre bounce again, and it's Madden and also Big Burns. Centre bounce by umpire James, a perfect one. Madden wins it, gets it down to Watson, being dragged by Russo, and Watson will take the free kick, and that advantage played on to Thompson, out wide towards Bradbury, who must be playing on the half-forward line this term. Bradbury the hand pass on towards Hurd. Hurd's long kick, a chance for Duckworth. He's outnumbered, punched away by McCarthy. It comes down towards Harvey, and he's caught with the ball, but he won't be penalised. About 25 to 30 metres away from Essendon's goal at the Richmond end.
Little duck at the head there. He might have been a bit lucky, Harvey.
Hawthorn 10-8, 68. Essendon 6-15, 51. The Hawks by 17 points. It's deep on Essendon's half-forward line. Van der Haar the punch, but it's taken away by Green. He's clearing kick up towards half-back. Oh, Madden grabbed on the shoulder. No free kick. The ball spills. It's going to be a free kick to Russo.
Wallace.
No, it's going to go to Wallace at centre half-back for Hawthorn. Now, who's moving? It's going to be Curran, it is. Curran who's moving. The ball punched away by Weston. Scores down towards Neagle. Neagle's gone for a run. Runs from the wing on the member side. Up towards half-forward. Up to the high kick towards Stanhope to mark Bradbury. Open goal. Another goal to Essendon. Bradbury's popped it through. And Essendon's second goal in 125 seconds of this final term. It's 11 points now in the grand final. Scoreboard. Bradbury's goal. Hawthorn 10-8, 68, Essendon 7-15, 57, and the Dons have scored the 2 goals in the early part of this final term in the 84 grand final. Biggs.
Well, they're coming home with a wet sail, and I thought it was indicative just before three-quarter time, and with a little bit of luck, they may have been closer. Still, they're closer now.
There's the bounce. Madden and Byrne nullify each other. Wallace gets a shove. Picked up by Madden. He spins it out. Hurd gets rid of it very quickly. Loose ball gathered by Madden. It's tapped away from him. He gets a hurried kick towards half-forward. Essendon have the numbers. Ayres pushes it forward. Grabbed by Williams. Beautiful tackle by Wallace. Picked up by Schwab. Schwab gets it out to Brereton.
Free kick, I think.
Play on's a call. They all stopped. I thought I heard a whistle. It's picked up by Ayres. It goes for the long kick to half-forward, and Curran takes the mark this time.
Oh. Might have been a free kick, I think, because he didn't hold it, I didn't think, quite long enough.
Curran, 65 metres out from goal, directly in front. The interchange player for Hawthorn.
Is he a good kick?
We'll see in just a moment. Hawthorn lead by 11 points, 3 minutes and 20 seconds gone in the final term. Essendon 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of this last quarter from Baker and Bradbury. The kick from Curran. Offline, Tuck throws himself at it, but Madden's there to take the mark in the last line of defence. Madden to half-back grandstand side. Curran in front again. He's marked again. Curran marking over the top of Weston. Goes for a long kick. It's a poor one. It's falling a bit short. Robertson's there. Good spoil. Punched away there by Foles. It's out of bounds. 5 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Hawthorn. Essendon quicking the first 2 goals in this last term very quickly to make the difference just 11 points. There's the boundary throw in. Madden in front of Brereton gets it away. Chance for Lester Smith. He picks the ball up. Still playing a bit of basketball with it. Wrestling with the Nell. Pushed across the line. Boundary throw in. 25 metres from the behind post. Right forward pocket for Hawthorn, who in this final term are kicking towards the main scoreboard goal.
Right forward pocket, boundary throw in Madden, and also Brereton. Madden wins easily down towards Baker, picked up by Matthews nearly, although Tucks had that's only his 5th kick, if you'd call that a kick, and it comes out of the pack. Walsh, the ball going parallel with the line, but not out, says the boundary umpire. Walsh paddling, the ball goes inboard. It's about 45 to 50 metres out from Hawthorn's goal, and the pressure really on.
It was a liner, and I thought it was a good umpiring decision, and Essendon didn't take it away either. Let's forget that.
Hawthorn 10-8-68, Essendon 7-15-57, 11 minutes now. 11 points the difference now at the 5-minute mark in this final term. A ball up and over the top again, and there'll be a further one.
Weston's gone to centre half forward, Peter, and Danaher's gone to half-back flank on Curran. An interesting move by Sheedy.
Okay, a ball up by umpire James, who's talking to the players saying, okay, now come on, settle down. Right in front of the smoker stand, and Hawthorn kicking to the main scoreboard end this term. Up they go, knocked down by Madden. He's got nearly every tap down this final term. Players over the top again, umpire James close handy with Madden and Byrne trying to get the ball out to the smaller players, the Rovers, to clear the ball away, but they can't do so. Okay, another ball up. Let's see whether Madden wins this one or not. Yes, he does. Gets it down to Danaher, but grabbed by Wallace. Gets the handball out. Walsh a bit slow, but it goes to...
Too high the
free
tackle.
kick going to Walsh at centre half back, and now a chance for the Bombers. Out wide they go. They're going through Bradbury this time. He gets a push from Green, but no free kick. Hurd outnumbered. Hurd does it well. Gets the ball. Wants support. Gets it from Hawker. Hawker gets the hand pass on the far side wing. Inboard goes towards Weston, and Weston marks deep on the half forward line for the Bombers. Van der Haar leads, but he ignores him. He's going to go deep. 11 points in the grand final. 6 minutes in the final term. Weston about a kick and a quarter out from goal. Weston's kick, it's a big one. It's a shocker. Well, out of bounds on the full. How bad can you get? He must have really tried to really roost that one. Overstretched, and the ball off balance on his boot. Out of bounds on the full, and the free kick going Hawthorn's way.
6.5 minutes gone in the final term. Just 11 points the difference. Green with the free kick for Hawthorn. Drives it out the half-back on that southern stand side. A Hawthorn mark. Is it Mew? I think it is. He was third in line behind both Byrne and Madden. Mew takes the mark. Goes for the long kick back towards the wing. Brereton and Walsh. Good spoil by Walsh. Punching the ball to ground. Chance for Hawthorn. Eade over there. Knocks it back for Loveridge, who was very quiet in that third term. Loose ball is gathered for Essendon by Hawker, who's been a star. Look at
Watson
this.
it was.
Duckworth. Who was it?
Watson.
Duckworth goes for the short pass back to Thompson, and he takes the mark. 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. 7 minutes gone. Just 11 points the difference. A goal here by Thompson will make the difference. One kick. 5 points in it if he puts this through. He's 35 metres out the slightest of angle. Thompson comes in the left foot. Kick at goal.
Goal.
The umpire comes across. He's put it through. Thompson kicks his first. Essendon's 8. Hawthorn 10-8-68, Essendon 8-15-63, 7.5 minutes gone in the final term.
James, big Madden. And let's see where Byrne is. There he is. And umpire James, a perfect bounce. Madden's won all the ruck duels, but Byrne tries to take it away, grabbed by Foles. But Darren Williams gets the Bombers going forward again. The ball bouncing free at half forward. Indecision, a chance for Baker. Can he get it across? They're in front. They're in front. He's kicked it. They're in front. The Bombers are in front by a point. Baker's kicked it. That's his 4th goal. They got the ball out of the centre. And Baker got it at half forward. A bit of jostling between opponents. Picked it up and slammed it through. It just snuck in. But the Bombers in front for the first time today at the 8-minute and 15-second mark in the final term.
Gets the tap down taken by Robertson. Let's see what the Hawks are made of. He gets it to McCarthy. McCarthy's long kick to half forward. And it's marked by Loveridge. Beautiful use of the body. Loveridge just on the edge of the practice wicket area. He's too far out to score. Will drive the Hawks deep into attack. It's a poor kick. It's a bit wobbly. It's falling short. Curran goes up off the pack. It's hand passed out. It comes out as far as Russo, whose kick is blocked by the Essendon defence. It comes back as far as Brereton, whose dribble kick goes forward. Matthews, one-handed hit away by the Nell. Goes unnoticed. Hurd, hand passes out to Watson, who spins away at half-back. Watson clears for the Bombers, but it should be marked by Byrne, and is marked by Byrne on the southern stand wing. Handball onto the running Loveridge. Loveridge props, then goes for the long kick in towards half-forward. Matthews up, smashed away by the Essendon defence. Was good play. Fumble at centre half-forward. Hand pass comes to Madden. Heath lets it go loose. It's kicked away by Folds, back towards the wing. Mark not taken by Loveridge. Loose ball gathered.
Holding the man at to Essendon 3.
Weston. Is it
Played
Weston?
it well, played it well.
Weston has the free kick. The Bombers finishing with a full head of steam lead by a point, almost 10 minutes gone.
Gibbon Domenico's coming on to mark
Danaher.
Duckworth.
by Duckworth. Yes, he's led and marked well. So the backmen doing well up forward. A long kick, it might even go through. Up goes Madden van der Haar. It's carried on their fingers. And Lester Smith is coming off the ground for Hawthorn. And Dippy Domenico is coming on. Scoreboard. Hawthorn 10-8-68. They trail by 2. Essendon 9-16-70. And the kick-in's got to go back as Dippy Domenico comes on and Lester Smith is coming off. Well, we had a classic in the second semi-final. It's a game that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, and a fairly mediocre game up until halfway through the third term when the Bombers started slowly but surely to come alive. 15-metre penalty from that behind, a kick in by O'Halloran up towards half-back. Big Byrne goes up, but taken away by Wallace. His kick up towards half-forward, off the hands of Judge. A chance here for Loveridge. Forehand pass a bit sloppy by Loveridge. Coming in his E, trying to get the ball forward. Judge is there, players over the top, player leg, no free kick. Players over the top at centre half-forward, and the Hawks into attack. 11 minutes of play in the final term. Great grand final between these two VFL heavyweights, Hawthorn and Essendon, and the Bombers lead by 2 points, 70 points to 68. It's on Hawthorn's half-forward line. Knocked down by Madden from that ball up, out wide. Oh, they're under pressure now. Brereton goes down, high tackle. No, probably a good tackle. Probably a good decision because he was on his way down. He slipped badly, and he's been caught in possession almost on the point of the square, half-back flank on the far side. And the free kick will go to Hawker, who's played reasonably well.
Great game.
Both Weston and Duckworth really relishing up forward. They're running around. They've been tagging all year, and all of a sudden they've got a bit of freedom. The ball dropping short, and the mark taken by Weston. No one on the mark at all. Plays on, squares it, and a chance for van der Haar. He's got it. Only 45 metres out from goal. The Flying Dutchman for the Bombers. And he can put them 2 kicks up, and this will make 5 goals to 0 in the first 11 to 12 minutes of this final term. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Oh, it might have been touched on the line. The goal umpire right there. Off fingers, but he should have got more on that. He's a 15-metre better kick than that. Paul van der Haar. Scoreboard. Essendon 9-17-71. Hawthorn 10-8-68.
Kicked in short. It's meant for O'Halloran. He got a shove in the back. It's ball to ground. Picked up by Watson. Danger. Centre half forward. Goal. No, offline and behind. So the Bombers peppering away.
Bit risky, though, the short pass, wasn't it, out to O'Halloran? Boy, oh boy, didn't Watson make some ground up then to go for the spoil.
Essendon 9-18-72, Hawthorn 10-8-68, Essendon by 4 points, 12 and a half minutes gone, final term. Hawthorn have not scored. Out to Dippy Domenico and Hurd, who's back on the ground. Good tackle on Williams, takes plenty of time. It's kept in by Wallace. Wallace kicks towards, just back towards the wing. Walsh is in front of Brereton and takes the mark.
Oh, leave his neck alone, Dermot. Now the rattles are coming into Hawthorn. Brereton's a better player than that.
15-metre penalty. He goes for a short pass. Madden all on his own at centre half forward, and he takes the mark. 75 metres out from goal. Directly in front.
The boys
Bombers.
behind us, Graham, are saying they're gone, the Hawks. All the
Short
ABC
pass,
panel.
half volley job, no mark played. He's still in possession of the Essendon player, who knocks it back well towards Bradbury, who loses the run of it. Grabbed there by O'Halloran. His hand pass is a risky one. Oh, the bounce doesn't favour Green. He slips over at the crucial moment. Kicked away cleverly by Ayres, beautifully out to Russo. Russo marks at half-back. His handball to Green. He'll have to get rid of it quickly. He pops it over towards Judge, who's been very quiet. Well held by Hawker. The long kick by Judge. Curran the target. Danaher to spoil. Essendon have the numbers. In comes Matthews. Dipper tries to kick it off the ground.
And will be reported. Will be reported. Yes, he's flattened. He's KO'd Walsh. And will be reported. Dippy Domenico back on the ground after suffering an injury, I think, in the third quarter, and Walsh he's KO'd. Yes, they're calling for a stretcher, and Dippy Domenico has been reported
stop the game, please, until the stretcher goes out.
Yes, I think he's suffered a nasty one by the look of it.
Essendon, Dr. Bruce Reid running onto the ground.
92,000. Let's get an independent view on this final term, but you're pretty happy as far as the Bombers concerned.
Conscious. Well, I was just saying, Peter, they were going for character as far as Sheedy was concerned. It was the one thing he wanted in this club, and he's taken 4 or 5 years to get it, but certainly if he's ever wanted character, they're starting to show it in this final quarter.
Okay, Walsh is quite conscious. If any relations are watching, he's quite conscious. Okay, it's 17 minutes on the board, on the clock, but at probably around about 13 and a half minutes of actual play. The Bombers, who trail by 23 points at three-quarter time, now lead by 4 points. 9-18-72, Hawthorn 10-8-68. And, of course, the free kick will be taken by Shane Hurd. As a result of that report, he'll get the free hand pass, in fact, and gets the handball away to Baker. And Baker's kick into the centre has been marked by Green. It was Clark, in fact, Green now. No swap wide of centre, up towards half-forward. And Karen is marked. Karen is marked for Hawthorn on the half-forward line. The kick away by Danaher. What a silly thing to do. He's given away 15 metres, and Karen now is within scoring range. Biggs, what do you do?
Oh, well, Terry, you're the captain of the side. You know he had to kick it from that distance. It would have been difficult, the long shot, but it's made Karen's task a lot easier.
He's been on interchange nearly all day. He came on to replace Brereton. He's taken a couple of good marks, and he can put Hawthorn back in front. They trail by 4. It's coming back. They're back in front, the Hawks, in the 84 grand final as the rain starts to tumble here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 18 minutes in the final term. Hawthorn 11-8-74. Essendon 9-18-72.
Standing between Duckworth and Williams. Very silly play. Robertson to take the, Byrne getting the ball for Hawthorn, so they'll go back into attack without having to earn it. Byrne goes for a long kick straight down the ground. They want leapers. They've got Brereton from behind.
Yes,
he's got it. Not paid. Matthews coming through, barging his way. Gets a kick towards full forward. It's all Essendon back in defence. First there, is it Thompson? It is. His clearing kick is good. Watson on his knees, marks at half back.
There's a box on too.
Yes, Thompson and Jones. Now, they just got their legs tangled up, Biggs.
That's all it was.
Hurd makes the loose man on the grandstand wing and takes the pass from Watson. He drives the Bombers back into attack. That's a good kick. Weston running with the ball. Should Martin does. Van der Haar's loose. But he's been quickly covered. A beautiful kick that by Hurd. Weston doing well. He's saying, I'm going to kick it long, right to full forward. He does. It's a beautiful kick to the kick-off line. Van der Haar the target. The spoiler is O'Halloran, off hands behind. 1 point the difference.
We might be back next week, gentlemen. We'll come straight out of the football season to the first McDonald's Cup cricket game. The kick in by O'Halloran finds Green, who made good space at centre half back, running past his Mew. He'd be silly, so he doesn't. They'll go out towards Wallace and also Brereton. Wallace will stay down. Brereton goes up and takes the mark on the crest on the far side. Yes, Graham?
Now Duckworth has had to be moved back to centre half back with Walsh going off. Peter, the
up
target,
to Matthews. And Nobby Clark, he let him underneath the ball. A chance here for Hawker. Hawker's running the wrong way. He's in the back pocket. He's got to go right across Hawthorn's goal underneath the big scoreboard. He's going towards the safety of the boundary line, towards the member stand. Does it well. Didn't have any options. No one moving. Couldn't have passed it to anybody. So he's run right across the danger area. And the ball out of bounds. Right forward pocket about 45 metres out from Hawthorn's goal. Madden got into the back of a player, but no free kick picked up by Russo. Screws it back here, but nobody home. And the mark is taken by Clark in the back pocket. He'll go across goal towards Neagle. And Eade is after him. The pass not directionally good. Neagle's got to search for it. He's being harassed by Eade. Good play by Eade. Neagle, he's forced into the error by Eade, and he's put it out of bounds on the full. Kick by Eade in towards Matthews, who leads. Matthews is slipping himself now. He's got to, but punched away by Clark. And it's out of bounds, left forward pocket, with Hawthorn kicking to our right to the main scoreboard end. And it's a point the difference in the grand final. Hawthorn 11-8-74, Essendon 9-19-73. Let's see if the Hawks can go forward. It's up in their attacking zone at the moment, but it's bottled over there in front of Bay 21 on Hawthorn's left half forward line, and it's out of bounds once again. Boy, what a finish. We could have a draw here at the MCG. The Hawks lead by a point. The kick forward by Loveridge in towards centre half forward. Matthews underneath it, but punched away. A chance for Robertson, or no one to hand pass it to. Curran is there, knocked away by Hurd. The scoop onto Harvey, and the Bombers out of trouble from half-back. Harvey from half-back finds Watson, who's running. Watson takes the mark between half-back and wing. A little kick. Who's going to lead up towards Weston? Got a push in the back from Mew, and Weston will take the free kick between wing and half-forward. Van der Haar calling for it. He's running loose. Van der Haar there coming. He's got it, I think. Yes, he's got it. He's got it on the third bite, Van der Haar. I think he's too far out to score. The marking power back in the goal area. Bradbury is down there, and Big Merritt, and Baker for the crumbs if required. A point the difference. Van der Haar. It's coming back. It won't make it. It's whoever's in front. Oh, Merritt marked it. Merritt's got it. He's marked it a metre out from goal. Boy, it had a big curve on it, that one. A torpedo punt, and it came right back and tricked everybody, but the big hands of Roger Merritt dead in front.
Thank heavens there's nothing wrong with my eyesight, Peter.
Hawthorn by a point. Merritt to put Essendon back in front in the grand final. He's dead in front, Roger Merritt. He could not possibly miss, and he has put it through for goal number 1 to Roger Merritt. The time clock showing 22.5 minutes, but I'd say of actual time about 19. The scoreboard in the grand final, Essendon 10-19-79. Lead Hawthorn by 5 points. Hawthorn 11-8-74.
As umpire Soars bounces. Byrne against Madden. Madden gets the tap down. Chance for Wallace. The ball is pinned to him, and it will be bounced as Williams kicks it up towards half forward for the Bombers. He'll lead by 5 points at the 23-minute mark of this final.
Let's spare a thought for the umpires too, Graham. They're under enormous pressure now with those little fringe ticky touch with free kicks.
79 Essendon, 74 Hawthorn. 23 minutes and 23 seconds gone on the clock. Byrne against Madden. They nullify each other. Tuck knocks it forward. Taken for Essendon by that great player Hawker, who kicks to half forward. Mew punches it away. Comes out to Byrne. Byrne a hand pass on to Russo. Russo will give it on to Schwab. The running Schwab gathers on the grandstand wing and has a bounce. He'll go for a long kick in towards centre half forward. Matthews is there, so is Curran. Curran is up. It's fisted away by the Essendon defence out to Dippy Domenico. He shrugs them off. Spears it back in towards full forward, and it's a great Essendon mark taken by Duckworth. 15 metres out from Hawthorn's goal.
Did it well, Big Dipper,
Bradbury,
then, didn't he?
Yeah. Bradbury made perfect place, and he's got it. Superb kick. Oh, he dropped it off his chest, but he recovers well. Goes for a kick off the practice wicket area, back towards the wing. Merritt. A little bit of pushing and shoving from McCarthy. Does beautifully, Merritt. Gets the hand pass on to Harvey. Out comes Ayres, the player drawn. The kick, Van der Haar and O'Halloran. Oh, brilliant play, Van der Haar. On to Baker. Bounces through.
Yes.
For a goal.
His 5th goal, Baker.
Who kicked the goal? Weston.
Weston, oh, well, we've all got the rattles, haven't we? Thank God we've got more eyes here. And Essendon have made it, stretched it to 2 kicks in front.
11-19-85. They've added 6 goals, 4 to Hawthorn's 1 goal in the final term, and that was brilliant play by Van der Haar, who knocked the ball onto him.
And the Bombers looking to their first flag, I think, since 1965. They're going forward again. It might be another goal coming up. Picked up by Weston. Handball to Timmy Watson. Put it through, Timmy. He fires, and that's it. That's it. That has sealed it, I'd say. The Bombers lead by 3 kicks. The Bombers lead 12-19-81. They're running all over Hawthorn. They've added 7 goals to 1 in this final quarter. Beggs, congratulations, son. You've waited a long time.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Essendon 12-19-91. Hawthorn 11-8-74. Into time on by 35 seconds, but I'd say of actual time, maybe about 22.5 minutes. We'll look at about 7 minutes of time remaining, and the Bombers lead by 3 or 4 kicks.
Tapped away by Madden, down towards Merritt, who puts the ball on the turf. He then gets it out to Harvey. Harvey with a pressure kick towards half forward. Muse there in front of Weston to gather the loose ball. Clears for Hawthorn, back towards the wing. Good play by Hurd on Dippy Domenico. He gets
too high the tackle, holding the ball. Oh, excuse me. Well, Dippy, you might be getting hoots, but you weren't that free kick because you were tackled high on that occasion.
It's going the other way, Douglas.
Yes,
that's what I mean. That's what I said.
There's Hurd as Byrne goes to the bench. The long kick towards half forward. It's tapped away. Here's a chance. Watson spins it out to Harvey. Harvey from centre half forward, Preston. Beautiful looking snap. It's through.
It's another one, Dons.
Behind, Douglas. Hang on a minute.
Another behind, I was about to say, but it increases their lead.
To 18 points. 3 goals. at the 26.5-minute mark of the final term. 92-74.
Kick in by O'Halloran. What a transformation over this game since half-time when Hawthorn led by 25 points for the kick. He goes towards Watson. A sealer. He's put it through. Another one. It's raining goals for the Bombers. They have scored 8 goals to 1 in this very emphatic final term. Scoreboard at the MCG in the 84 Grand Final. Sheedy, you've waited for it. Boy, they've given you some hard times in the first half today, but have they responded? Essendon 13-20, 98, 24 points up on Hawthorn 11-8, 74.
Could be enough.
Just about. There's James bouncing to restart in the centre. Payton on the ball down towards Tuck. He gets it towards Schwab. Over the top of it is Bradbury, and we've got a wrestle behind play.
Marks this quarter, Essendon 16, Hawthorn 8. Thanks, Jack Cameron.
Madden and Payton having a little wrestle behind play. Umpire Soares comes in and says, I've got the football here. That's what we're after, boys. And we're going to bounce it.
OK, Nick, get ready for the hard one.
Oh, it's a shocker. Bounces about 20 metres towards Essendon goal. Grabbed by Schwab. Very much pressure there as he gets rid of it. In comes Harvey. He's pushed over. Umpire Soares will bounce once more. 28 minutes gone on the clock. I'd say about 4 minutes remaining in the grand final. And the Bombers lead by 4 goals after they trailed by 23 points. Walsh is being helped round the boundary line by a trainer in the Essendon club. Bradbury's long kick. Van der Haar will mark this in the pocket. No, it bounces just in front of him. He tries to keep it in. He had to contend with the policeman and all there, and it's out of bounds 20 metres from the behind post. Left forward pocket for the Bombers, who have been magnificent, more than that, in this final term. Superb. There's the throw-in. McCarthy and Merritt whistle.
Free kick, Hawthorn.
Bit late now, Douglas. 28.5 minutes gone, final term. Essendon 98, Hawthorn.
Half back in the mark taken by Payton. Gets the handball away to Russo. Russo to Deputy Domenico, who has to really just barrel the ball in front of himself. All Hurd got a nasty one, but it's quite fair, I think, from Brereton. The ball spills out to Russo. He's upended as he kicks the ball. A chance here for Duckworth and Donnell, but knocked on by Wallace, picked up by Folds. Folds kick up towards half forward for the Bombers. And Weston arched his body beautifully. Bradbury gets out of a tackle. He goes short. Now he'll go long. The ball bouncing, but Ayres might get there first. No, it runs away. It's a goal. And it's just touched on the line. It doesn't matter. The game's over. And it's the Bombers' premiership for sure. They lead by 25 points, but Ayres a desperate lunge at that to try and save it. Scoreboard, Essendon 13-21, 99. Hawthorn 11-8, 74.
Kicked in at the loose ball is gathered by Payton for Hawthorn. Hand pass on to Loveridge at half-back, Southern stand side. Loveridge kicks in towards half-forward. Brereton the target, taken away by Donnell of Essendon. Kicks it into space in the centre of the ground. Essendon have the numbers. Merritt there, takes the mark almost in the circle. Spears the hand pass out to teammate Thompson, who kicks cleverly. Bradbury in front of Green, takes the mark on his fingertip. Just in front of the race, Hurd makes the loose man. Bradbury will kick long. Van der Haar with Ayres and O'Halloran dropping back. O'Halloran is the one who gets the fist away to Ayres. Ayres kicks it quickly back towards centre half back. It's grabbed by Big Merritt. Handballs to Hurd, a fine player. He kicks quickly, and it's marked by Ayres of Hawthorn in the last line of defence. He wastes no time knowing that the Hawks must go back. But Thompson there takes the mark for the Bombers. Midway between the wing and half-forward grandstand side. Oh, Van der Haar slipped at the crucial moment as the ball went straight to him. It's grabbed by O'Halloran, who's beautifully tackled. Harvey comes in for the Bombers, throws himself over it, waiting for the siren as it's McCarthy about to spin away with it, but there'll be a Hawthorn free kick, and it's taken by O'Halloran. His hand pass goes out to Mew. Mew from half-back for Hawthorn, back in towards the centre. The front position by Wallace, who'll get a free kick as Duckworth, no, it was Donnell, comes over the top. Wallace in the centre of the ground for Hawthorn. Out looking for Brereton. Duckworth is there. One-handed by Brereton is all right. He takes the mark. He's too far out to score. Judge calling for it up in the goal square. Only Academic at the moment. 31 minutes gone, final term. The Bombers in front as the ball is forced through for a Hawthorn behind. Just their second score in this final term. They're 11-9-75. Essendon 13-21-99. The Bombers lead by 24 points, which is a margin of 4 goals.
Any moment, and Nick Kay, of course, is on the boundary. We'll try and get Kevin Sheedy first if we possibly can, but he'll be inundated with supporters and trainers. And the kick marked by Thompson, out wide it goes. His kick towards Hawker. Donnell is out on the half-back line and the ball out of bounds. 31.5 minutes in the grand final. And the Bombers and Biggs, congratulations. And our good mate Jeff League too. He's waited a long time for this. Hawthorn 11-9-75. Essendon 13-21. 34 scoring shots to to 20, in fact. So 14 more scoring shots for the Bombers. A free kick to Payton on the practice pitch area. A scrubby old Payton-type kick. Matthews hasn't done much today, nor has Judge, but Matthews is marked in the forward pocket, left forward pocket, underneath the scoreboard, about 25 metres out from goal, looking down at the Hawthorn camp. And Normie Goss down there and Alan Jeans. I can't see Kevin Sheedy. He hasn't come down from the coaches' boxes yet, like some coaches do when they concede. The kick by Matthews is, well, it looks okay from here, and he's popped it through for his fourth goal. Well, I said he hasn't done a great deal, but then again, he kicked probably one of the best goals of the year. The scoreboard at the 32-minute mark, Essendon 13-21, 99, lead by 18 points, 12-9, 81. You let your head down tonight, Biggs.
I think I will, Peter. Yes, I think so. It's been a long time between drinks.
It gets the tap away. It comes out towards Schwab, who's first there for Hawthorn. Now it's Green this time. Green has a bounce. Goes for a hurried high kick when he perhaps could have taken more time. Fisted to the ground by the Essendon defence. Danaher gets it out to Donnell with a good hand pass. Donnell runs his full measure from half back. He has a man there, Bradbury, to pass the ball to. He takes the mark right below us on the members' wing. Has two bounces. Draws Mew. Will go for the pass. Essendon have Harvey and Madden up there, and Madden not paid, dropped the mark. Chance for Weston to come in and force it across the line as Schwab was there with O'Halloran. 33 minutes, 20 seconds gone in the final term. Essendon by 18 points after they trailed by 23 at three-quarter time.
From the throne, it goes from back of the pack to Thompson. And players over the top, Harvey there. Scrubwell hand pass. In fact, Tuck's only had 4 positive kicks today. The handball out of defence by Hawthorn onto Eade, up towards half forward. A chance for Matthews. He dropped it, but he was under plenty of pressure. And Duckworth, a nice hand pass to Donnell, out towards Hawker. And Neagle running free. He can run in from here. Eade looks a tired player, but he's been on interchange today. Neagle has a bounce, runs into half forward. A thumping kick by Neagle. This will really seal it beautifully for them. And he's popped it through. A magnificent goal on the run by Merv Neagle. And Bombers, you can celebrate over summer. Only 24 more weeks before the 1985 round 1. Scoreboard, Essendon 14-21, 105. They lead by 24. That's 4 goals, 24 points. Hawthorn 12-9, 81. Almost 35 minutes. Siren time coming up. Nick Kay is on the boundary, and Kevin Sheedy still hasn't come down from the coach's box, but he'll be inundated with players and coaching staff and trainers, but we try and get him if we possibly can. Set a bounce again. From the bounce, it's Merritt getting it down, and Tuck with his 5th only effective kick today. Knock on by Brereton from half forward. It goes down towards Wallace. A goal-scoring chance for Hawthorn now. Handball across to Loveridge, but his kick is a bit short, and the mark is taken. That's it! The grand final, and Essendon premiers for the first time since 1965 in 1984, having trailed by 23 points at three-quarter time. A magnificent 9-goal burst in the final quarter, and the scoreboard reads Essendon 14-21, 105. Hawthorn 12-9, 81. Essendon winning the grand final by 24 points. And where are you, Kevin Sheedy? I've got the glasses on him now. He's making his way down towards the gate, and we'll stand by if Nick Kay can get a quick word with him. Kevin Sheedy coming out on the ground now. The Bombers by 24 points. We'll give you goal kickers and other details in just a moment. And a fantastic effort by Kevin Sheedy. And it's funny, you know, the Bombers didn't have too many great stars today, but their backline virtually won it when they became forwards. And that was Duckworth and Weston, and they both played extremely well.
Fantastic effort by Sheedy here. Peter, he's just calmly walking across to his group of players.
Okay, let's go to Nick Kay now, Graham.
Okay. Played a great game, mate.
Who are you talking with, Nick? You're on, Nick.
What would you like to say?
No, breaking up. Essendon 14-21, 105.
Where do you think the change came?
I don't know. 12-9, 81. We'll butt things as long as we can.
We really gave it to them in that last.
What did Sheedy say at three-quarters?
He just said we got a chance. They're slowing down, and we got enough runners in us to win it.
Alan Ezard, thank you.
Okay, Nick, as Kevin Sheedy and the Essendon players going across to the centre of the ground as the goal umpires wave to the main scoreboard that indeed scores are correct in the 1984 grand final. Essendon 14-21, 105. Hawthorn 12-9, 81. And we'll give the goal kickers the best we can for the winners. If Nick comes in with some interviews, we'll cross. We've got the boys down in the dressing rooms, and it's a dejected Hawthorn camp just to our left. I'll put the glasses on them. Nothing much happening there, as one would imagine. For the Bombers, I may have missed a couple in the last quarter. Baker kicked 4. In fact, okay, down to Nick Kay again.
Oh, magic. Absolutely magic. Unbelievable.
Great game yourself. Happy about playing on the forward line?
Yeah, it's a bit of a change, you know. It's, instead of being the one chasing, it's about time someone chased me.
What did it feel like kicking that goal?
Oh, magic. Any goal in the grand final's magic.
And when do you think the change came? In the third quarter, or do you think at half-time you were...
Oh, at half-time, we had a good chat, and we had to decide whether we wanted it or not, and both the blokes put it together, and they decided, right, we want it. This is the year for the Bombers.
OK, thanks very much, Peter Bradbury. Congratulations.
Well done, Pete. Yes, he played very well, and I think under difficulties too. OK, Essendon 105, Hawthorn 81. I don't think I put any goal kickers down there in the last quarter or so.
Would
Graham,
you like me to check
Yes,
them
you
for
better
you?
check them for me.
Well, that Darwin bookmaker puts his money away. Baker 4 for the winners, and then 2 each to Duckworth and Watson. And that makes Gareth, I'm sure, has got every goal in behind that the Bombers have kicked to. So he can correct me if I'm wrong here. And then singles to a number of players: Neagle, Danaher, Merritt, Thompson, Weston and Bradbury. And that should make 14. Is that right, Gareth? Thank you. For Hawthorn, Matthews 4, Brereton and Robertson 2 each. And then singles to Judge, Tuck, Loveridge and Curran. And that should make 12. Final score, Essendon 14-21-105. Hawthorn 12-9-81. That means Essendon win by 24 points after Hawthorn had led by 21 at quarter time, 25 at half time and 23 at three-quarter time. And that was reminiscent for me of the 1971 grand final when Hawthorn turned a similar deficit around against St Kilda and won the match, but not by 24 points, by about 8 points. And I just had a feeling it might have going to happen today, Douglas.
You had that feeling, Graham, did you?
Yes,
you had that feeling. You never did admit that to me, though.
Okay, Nick Kay has Simon Madden. Go, Nick.
You know, it was 9 goals, 6.
Go, Nick. No, breaking up will have bought that. Okay, Biggs, well, lap it up, son. You've waited a long time for it.
Yes, well, I must admit, Peter, that I was very anxious at half-time. I was also very anxious midway through the third quarter, but I think I did tell people at three-quarter time, or just before at three-quarter time, that they were in there with a big show, because I could just see a slight sign of some Hawthorn players getting a little leg weary. Unusual, because they've had a week.